What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Cat, stop whining. You're fat. All I do is stuff treats down your throat. You can wait a bit. I'm going to bring Sep in. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Today, we're talking about the end times and artificial intelligence. Dun, dun, dun. It's on the rise, people. Let me send some links out to get some guests in here. You guys know I love talking to myself. Uh-oh. Harsh, dude. Daniel has to have surgery. We got to pray for Daniel. His intestines are hanging out. He's having emergency surgery right now. Very brutal. Poor guy, man. Okay, Sep. Okay, Sep, link has been sent to you. Hey, Lucas. Hey, Ang, DeWill, Pam, how you doing? Thank you, everybody, for coming. Lynn, hi, Lynn. Amos, hello. Billy Gunner, I'd like to thank you for becoming a new channel member. If you're watching, thank you, brother. I wouldn't be able to do these videos without support from viewers like you. Signs and Wonders is brought to you from support of viewers like you. No, but for real. Hold on. Yo. I think like last month I made like $293 total off this entire channel. So just for all the haters and like people out there that say, oh, he's scamming people and he's making money off this and that. It's like, no, dude.
Dude, you mean you're not secretly a billionaire?
I made like $293 off my entire channel last month. So it actually does help me when people become channel members and join Patreon and stuff. So without you guys, I wouldn't be able to put the hours and hours and hours in that I do every day to this channel. I'd have to, go elsewhere to pay my bills and stuff. And it just would really affect the channel. So I do thank you guys for that. It does help a lot.
I need a new phone case. I might be trying to order one from you pretty soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You're the second person to ever buy anything from me.
Me and Barry, huh?
Yeah. Perry's just walking around sporting my brand everywhere he goes, babbling his stuff.
Yeah, denouncing you, but he's wearing your merch.
Yeah,
cool.
He probably doesn't wear it anymore. He actually ordered my sweater and then he wrote like the preacher on the front of it, like added to it, I think.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
He's trying to take your brand, man.
I guess so.
Sign and Wonders off limits.
Well, Pam, I used to do a lot better from YouTube until they shut me down 3 times. They tried to kill this channel, and every time they shut you down or kick you out the program or whatever they do, you have to wait an entire month before you can reapply to get back in. So it's not just like, oh, they shut me down, I can reapply to get back in and I'm up and running within a few days. It's like, no, they shut me down 3 times in a row, and every time they shut you down, you have to wait an entire month. So a whole month goes by, you lose traction, you lose subs. It's horrible. So they're trying to ruin me, but I'm not going to stop. It's slowly growing again, so it's all good. Hey, Melvin, what's up? I guess I'll send you a link, but we're talking about AI, nothing else. Not flat Earth, not Hebrew Israelism.
But it all ties in. It all ties in.
Okay. I know Melvin's got lots to say about the end times and artificial intelligence, so I'll bring you on, Melvin.
Yep. Like and subscribe, everybody.
I got a new message from Perry. Nick, wake up! This is exactly what he tried to do with us.
Ooh,
Only with
me?
us, he couldn't fake it. I'll have to share the screen real quick.
Well, not really. There was a couple members that left your camp. Remember that?
Yeah, there was. I wanted that one girl's name was Dawn. Dawn something. I want to know what happened to her. She was sweet. She left Perry's group because she quit drinking alcohol, and she's like, "Oh, with the Lord's help, I quit drinking." And Perry was like all mad about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not going to get off topic, guys. I just want to show you this thing I got from him real quick. He sends me all this stuff on Skype all the time, like this one he sent me out of nowhere because I wasn't talking to him. He's like, "You hate my kids, eh?" I'm like, "What, dude? Why would you say that? That's so harsh." But anyway, we'll get into the show real quick. I just wanted to show you this up. Nick, wake up. This is exactly what he tried to do with us. Only with us, he couldn't fake it. He got caught. So now he tells lies to discredit us. Wake up, dude. He's doing the same to you. He's talking about you, Seb. And
You
you're
heard it
buying
here,
it.
people.
And you're buying
No
it.
lies.
If you die still sinning, you do go to hell. Well, I guess you and your whole cult are going to hell then when you die because you live in sin. So funny. It's like, just because I think it's not a sin, it's not a sin for me. I can do whatever I want. Where's the rock? Where's the down?
It all started with him. He was telling me, he was like, "Man, you can't be telling people, these scriptures and stuff, because a lot of them are new to the faith and they don't really understand yet, So just don't tell them anything like that yet."
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
I'm done with, like, for life now. I will never ever take him or Randall serious again for as long as I live. After Randall telling me that him and Perry are the only two people in the entire world that understand the Bible, I will never ever take them seriously again. But anyway, guys, sorry. There's another show coming up tomorrow that talks about sinless perfectionism, and we'll go all off about Perry. Hi, Charlie Snow. Hello, everybody. We're not going to get off topic. We're going to talk about what the show's about.
Yeah, there's an old preacher. His name was John Owens. I think he wrote a book in the 1600s, maybe like 400 years ago, something like that. And he mentions sinless perfectionism, how people were going around trying to say the same kind of things that apparently Perry is
kind of the same. Perry's taken it like to an all new extremity, though.
Yeah.
He teaches like a warped view of this sinless perfectionism. It's not the same heresy. It kind of is the same heresy they described 400 or 500 years ago. Like, he built off it.
It really just goes back to that Romans verse where they try to accuse Paul, saying, "Well, what are you saying, Paul? Like, you could sin to have more grace, And Paul's like, "No, it's not what I'm saying."
Paul like pretty much wrote the book of Romans about his battle with sin, his daily battle with sin. Like, he said he had to die daily.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how they quote Paul so much. Like, are they trying to say Paul the apostle never battled with sin? Like, have they ever read anything from Paul? It just blows my mind. But anyway, there's, like I said, guys, there's a show coming up tomorrow, I believe. It's all about sinless perfectionism. So if you guys want to hear more, and we'll talk more about that, I'd love for you to join me, Seth and Melvin, too, if you guys want. But for tonight, I only got about 2 hours because I want to go to the gym and do some things. So let's get into this whole artificial intelligence. And have you guys ever seen? It's a short film called Slaughterbots.
I have not.
It's not fictional or anything.
Slaughterbots?
Yeah, it's about it's fiction, but it could be nonfiction. Like, it's kind of like meant as a warning. I don't really want to get like a copyright, but I'll try and bring it up. It basically is
maybe it's like a screenshot or something so people could look it up or something.
Yeah. If you just go to YouTube and type in Slaughterbots, it's like a short film, and it right here, a swarm of this was on TED Talk. These little mini drones that could just like slaughter bots. Here it is. Check this out. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. This is like what this stuff could do. they probably already have bots that do this, but
Customer pilots directed almost 3,000 precision strikes last year. We're super proud of it.
Thing on the screen, get off.
It allows you to separate the bad guys from the good. It's a big deal. But we have something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works.
Watch this, man. This is scary.
Did you see that?
So I'm not going to go any further for copyright strikes, but yeah, that should tell you like how scary that could be. Like,
Hope I'm never going outside again.
Yeah. Could you imagine like thousands or tens of thousands of those
like
things,
swarms,
just giant swarms just coming in and taking out like every single politician and government leader all at once or something, and then the whole country would just be throwing into anarchy?
Yeah.
So technology is getting crazy, and that kind of stuff is like a reality already. So just imagine the stuff we don't know about that they're doing, you know?
Yep. Yeah, man. Just talking about AI, like my own conspiracy theory. I've never heard anyone talk about this or like say anything relative to the way I look at it, but I mean, I don't know, like you've ever heard of like things being possessed, right? Like, oh, this is a cursed chair or something, right? Something to that effect. Like, I don't know. All right.
A cursed chair?
No, like not like just a curse, but an object in general. Like it could be possessed by a spirit or something, right? Or like a house is haunted or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my own theory is that like with this AI technology, they're going to create, whatever type of shape or form they're going to try to put these chips inside of, and a demon would possibly go into the object, and that's what's actually, manipulating and moving the AI into what seems like intelligence, because we know that computers could be made to mimic intelligence, but like I think the true intelligence, that's probably what's going to fool people, is going to be something along the lines of like a demonic possession of the robot or whatever it is.
Demonic possession of the robot.
Yeah.
Am I talking to Sep here, or am I talking to Melvin? What's going on?
I know, right? That's what I told you yesterday. I was like,
I'm just joking, Melvin. No, but it doesn't need to be demonically possessed. That's what I'm worried about. Once the singularity happens, like these things, they don't have feelings. They're
right.
Once AI can start learning for itself, writing its own code, and just basically doesn't need us, it's going to be like, wow, why does it need us, right? To serve us? Like once AI gets smart enough, once it becomes sentient, if it ever reaches that point, I think we're screwed. Because like it's already, the computers we have now are crazy. They do like, let me see. Let me Google this out right now. How many calculations per second do our fastest computers do? It's going to scare you guys, but the fastest computers that we have nowadays do 200,000 trillion calculations per second. So just think about that. 200,000 trillion calculations per second, dude.
Yeah.
You know how much faster that is than the human brain? Like, I'm telling you, man, it's Skynet, Terminator all over again. Like, if that happened, we'd be like done. Like, we'd be wiped out if there was ever a war with like AI against humans. Plus all that stuff they can build to make it like 10 times stronger than a human. And like, it's crazy, man. It can't die. You put guns on it. What are you going to do when a robot sprints at you, jumps up in the air, and just blows your head off? Like,
well, man, all right, look, so this is my whole thing, like talking about like if there was a war about this kind of thing, the Bible says that, we'll be able to bend and break like bronze and iron, and that we'll be able to run without getting tired and like jump over a wall or things like that. Like, so I mean, there's like weird allusions to like maybe the Holy Ghost like literally empowers you, like not forever, but like in that moment, and you're just like a superhuman at that moment, or I don't know, because the Bible talks about people being caught up, like Philip in the New Testament, where he was in one place and the Holy Spirit caught him up, and he was in Ethiopia talking to a eunuch, and that's why Ethiopia today is
a eunuch.
Yeah,
not a person that has no balls.
Yeah, or yeah,
that sucks.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to say, I would have to say, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this whole AI thing.
I know. I'm just
as far as I've been reading, and I've been, that image, right? The image of the beast. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. Because if you think about it, if God made man in His image after His likeness, what do you think the devil's going to try and do? Right? He's going to try and replicate. It's going to be AI, right? That would make sense.
Not really, because
all right, look.
But it's supposed to be a mark that you're identified with on your forehead or your.
No, the image, not the mark. The image.
The image of the beast. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
I was looking at the news and they was talking about reanimating like family members that died. It's in the news. Talking about using their photos and adding little motions to it or whatever.
They're also talking about cloning people, but they wouldn't be the same. They wouldn't have the same consciousness. It would just be like
they've been doing that.
It would be like someone. Like it would just be someone that looked like the person that died. It wouldn't be them, right? If they cloned them.
I don't know if you guys want to hear like, I don't know if it's like has anything to do with like a revelation type thing or whatever, but like I had a dream one time where it was like these scientists and there was like a upside down pentagram underneath them and everything was glowing like a green, and there was a computer, but behind the computer like was like a demon. And there was like hundreds and hundreds of like these weird looking statues all over the world. And they all connected to the same spot. And they were like, they could tell where people were, what they were doing. And I don't know, it was weird. Because that's the way
there's been like conspiracies for years that there's like a demonic supercomputer that actually runs the world, right?
Yeah, his name is Q.
See, Melvin even knows the name of it.
Yeah, I've never heard that actually, but
I didn't know it was called Q.
Like that one time.
IBM.
I didn't know it.
You want to know why I said that? Because they named Q the Beast. They
also named Q on Star Trek Q, who was like this crazy guy that had all this power. Picard hated him.
Well, you gotta, like I said, man, you can't take everything for conspiracy. They label that just to keep people from the truth. I told you that's a CIA created term. Back in the 60s, look it up. It's documented.
Okay, well, whether or not the CIA made up the word conspiracy theory, what are we supposed to call them? You're saying every single thing that's called a conspiracy theory is actually true, and the CIA is just...
Take it from that guy that said it on the news. He said, for a long time we've been calling these guys conspiracy theories, but now they're right.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that I don't believe in any of them. I'm just saying I don't believe in every conspiracy theory out there. If we can use the word that people understand, whether it was invented by the CIA or not, I'm just using the word so people know what we're talking about. So maybe I agree with you that the CIA made up that word to discredit people, you know, but it's still the word that we know how to identify it with, right? That's why I'm using it. So.
I mean, I always took it as conspiracy means, you know, you're conspiring. You know, I don't know.
And I know there are a lot of weird stuff that happen in this world. I'm a Christian. I believe we're in the birth pains of the end times, but I just don't believe in every single conspiracy theory out there because there's some whacked out ones out there, bro. Like type in on the YouTube.
That's the ones. Look. That's the ones. The ones that be whacked out like that. You could tell it's like, you know, they putting people out there. It's like, you know, if Satan got his workers for, you know, on his side, and you got people that actually work for him, really.
Oh man, there's lots of them out there. I believe like mud fossils and
I mean, like
what's this other one? There are no forests in the world. There's no forests in the world. All the trees you see are just little bushes that are left over from thousands of years ago when trees used to be 10,000 miles tall and 5,000 miles wide, and we cut them all down. So now all you see aren't trees. They're just little shrubs. But to us, they look like trees. Yeah, no joke. There's a conspiracy theory on YouTube called "There Are No Forests." Type it in on YouTube. Type "There Are No Forests Left on Earth."
Well, look, just put it this way. If I told you that, if I even mentioned the fact that they could very well be cloning, because you got to think about the technology they was getting from these so-called.
Cloning. We've already known that.
They cloned a sheep in like 1998.
Yeah, for like almost 20 something years.
I'm talking about above
that.
like
legit actual cloning. Yeah, they can do that.
We know.
I'm talking about to the point to where they could do it with humans now. This is what I'm saying.
They can. And whether they
you ever look into this thing called the human sleeve?
You ever seen the movie The Island?
No, it's not a movie. This ain't no movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is these human sleeves they got.
Just like The Island?
Yep. No, what he's talking about is like Ghost in the Shell. You ever seen that anime? It's kind of like you got a bunch of stuff.
You're talking about like where if you need an organ or something, you just have like a clone of yourself and you just go kill it and hack out its liver.
Or if you die, you get the disc and put it inside.
This what I'm talking about. That's what starts conspiracies right there.
Well, what do you mean then? So what's this sleeve?
Okay, share my screen. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Well, I got my screen up because we're talking about
after you.
Okay.
Yeah, this ties in with it. This is why.
Melvin's the type of person that gets channels shut down. Now you see why.
I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person that bring out truth.
I know, but you already got your own channel shut down for 30 days.
No, that's because I called something the mark of the beast, and they didn't like it because it really is.
Well, weren't you just calling something the mark of the beast on my channel like 2 minutes ago?
Right. No, I didn't.
The image. Yeah, I get it. It's all good, bro. I just, I've had this channel for like 6 years, and I've worked hard at it, and I don't want to get it shut down for some. You know what I mean? Whoa, that one was scary. That little dog thing, dude. That was like from that Black Mirror show. That one was stupid. I just step on that thing. Dumb skid music is like gonna get my stuff shut down. Laser range finder. That thing's scary looking. That one.
Wait, what? Let me see. Oh yeah.
The thing, it's like from Black Mirror or something.
They got one that's like it runs like a cheetah. Is that the same one?
Yeah, it looks like that. It runs and it can like sprint and like jump. Look at this guy trying to kick it over. It's just like does nothing. Look at that one. Strap some gun. That thing looks like a person.
Oh man.
Just the way it moves and stuff. They're like studying the movement of humans, and like it's getting crazy. This is the stuff they show you too. So imagine like that. Look how fast that thing's going, dude. That's the cheetah. Faster robot. This is the fastest robot in the world. Faster than Usain Bolt. That's scary, man.
Yeah, you ain't getting away from that one.
No.
Without really help from the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, dude. Okay, Melvin, is this related to AI? Your screen is shared. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Yeah. Revelation 9:6.
I got something to say about this.
Look, no, I'm gonna show you something. This is what I'm talking about
right,
when I mentioned those human sleeves here. Okay. This is what I'm talking about.
The future is beautiful. Company creates human sleeve for living forever. I think it'd be kind of cool if you could live for like 1,000 years. I wouldn't want to live forever, but I think life is too short.
This is what this is talking about here. This is exactly what this is talking about.
Melvin, when I say I think it would be cool to live longer than 80 years, you can't go, because I do think it would be cool to live longer than this. I don't agree with this kind of stuff. Obviously, it's satanic, it's weird, it's gross. All I said is I wish that humans could live like in the golden age for like 1,000 years.
2018. How far did they get since now? It's 2021 now. Step above plastic.
In 2021, they've gotten even closer. The Israeli scientists have figured out with hyperbaric oxygen chambers that they can actually reverse the aging process molecularly in your body. They put you in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber and it repairs the telomeres on the end of your DNA, which is responsible for aging. They're saying they're putting like 50-year-olds in there and they're coming out looking like they're 30 and feeling like they're 20 and stuff. It's crazy. Look up hyperbaric oxygen chamber youth treatments in Israel.
And this goes back to what I was saying about what I thought about the canopy was actually ice, because it was blocking it and creating like a high pressure oxygen environment where you're saturated with oxygen, and that's what allowed us to live longer and to not get like any type of sickness or weird things.
But they're doing
that right now, huh? That's crazy.
That's weird, Melvin. That is some weird stuff that you're looking at.
Look at this. Sure. Look at this.
What?
It's not easy to look your best, especially when you aren't satisfied with what God gave you.
Yeah.
This is all tying in with this here. Well, you're not satisfied. You want to live forever.
They're talking about with what God gave you, like your body, right? That's an expression.
That's why they're promoting living forever in
why
these human
they say if you're not satisfied with what you evolved into?
Because the future of beauty is.
Yeah, but Melvin, that saying's been around forever. Be happy with what God gave you. Oh, at least God gave you 5, 10. My granddad used to say to me all the time.
I'm just showing you what they're saying in this article.
Yeah, these people aren't happy. If you're not happy with what God gave you, your body.
Bro, I'm going to show you guys a video. I'm not going to play it. You guys can look it up yourself. But this dude is a Christian, right? And he is
a spare body you can transfer your consciousness to. Sorry, I'm just pointing this out.
Yeah, dude, that's been around for like 10, 15 years now. People have been talking about uploading your consciousness to like a neural network mainframe, and you then transferring your body and downloading your conscience into like a sleeve. They're even talking about being able to take vacations in your mind, just like uploading your brain over somewhere. And like, dude, all this stuff is being talked about forever. I agree with you, Melvin. It's a crazy generation we live in, and if you actually research, there's companies for real where there's people that have put millions and billions of dollars into certain research. I don't know about that one in particular, but there's actually companies you can find out where these rich millionaires and billionaires have actually donated money into these rejuvenation things. There's like legit rejuvenation. There's drug programs. I think there is one computer one like that, but there's actually legitimate things that rich people are investing money into.
Yeah, well,
to live forever.
I'm just pointing some things out that need to be looked at. If the scripture says that, and I see something like that, by his command, I'm commanded to go and warn people ahead of time, right?
That's Seth, you got anything to say about artificial intelligence? Anybody?
I do all about now, let me share my screen real quick. I'm telling you, this is gonna trip you out because this dude's a Christian and he's doing this with his company and he thinks he's doing it for the glory of God. Man, you guys could be a judge of whatever you want of it, but let me share it real quick. Like I said, like I'll talk about what it's saying, but you guys are gonna have to look it up yourself because I don't want Nick to get any kind of flags or anything. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can now.
All right, look this up, people.
Just put the
Okay.
closed captions on too.
You want me to just put the captions on?
Yeah, and play it for a bit, and people look it up. It's called James Tour: The Mystery of the Origin of Life.
All right, let me try to find it.
Skip ahead, let it play a bit, and why don't you just make it big screen and tell us in a nutshell like what he's talking about, what he's doing. The closed captions were on there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in Dutch. Why is it in Dutch?
Well, you've watched it. What's this guy all about? And then anyone can go look at it.
All right. What this guy is saying that he did in 2016. All right, here it is again. 2016. He actually programmed nanobots, and this is a real thing. The government is already paying this dude to do it, to mark every food in the world, every single apple, everything that grows with a carbon barcode. And he said that these nanobots are still going to be functioning when you eat them inside of you.
Wow.
And they got a laser in the nanobot. And they
man, that's a conspiracy theory there.
Dude, this guy is a Christian, bro. He gets paid by the government. He's doing it. And he's like, oh, glory to God, man.
I'm just
nanobots are not a conspiracy theory, they're real.
You can go ahead and check it out, man.
Actually, nanobots could be used for good.
I know.
Too.
I don't know, bro.
That.
If he thinks
you don't think so, you don't think a nanobot could be used for good. You don't think nanobots could be used to destroy cancer tumors.
Look, like on another part,
put it this way: the Most High say, "I created you. Leave it the way I created it."
Like she works for the CDC. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Stop. The Most High said, "I created you. Leave it the way I created it." So you're telling me if you had cancer that wasn't from the Most High, that obviously develops through the chemicals in the atmosphere or whatever the garbage is in your food or whatever. Cancerous tumors start to grow in your body, and you know there's a treatment, and they're saying, yeah, we can treat this. We can cut it out and save you. You're telling me, no, you wouldn't do it. You just let yourself die.
Well, first of all, why are they putting it in the food anyway? Second off,
people are stupid. Maybe
second off, look, second off,
Melvin, you say why they put it in the food. Let me answer that, okay? Back in the 50s, when the population started exploding after World War II, humans needed to find a way to feed millions and millions and millions of people all of a sudden. So what did they do? They grew crops on mass levels. They started trying to make crops bigger, and then they had bugs killing their crops, so they couldn't have that. People would starve. They flew over, they sprayed toxic poison all over the stuff that they thought was going to kill the bugs that weren't bad for people. Turns out it was bad for people. But after 40 plus years of doing this and flying over and spraying pesticides, the entire soil all over the world is so eroded with chemicals. It's so eroded with chemicals. Even when you're buying stuff that's organic, it's got these chemicals in it because it's growing in the soil that was eroded for the last 50 years. So there's not really short answers for all the stuff you're asking, but in a nutshell, that's why I think people are developing all these cancers, and all the plastics, the PCBs, the plastic bottles that you drink out of are made with PCE.
I mean, you can even look up the things going on in China. They actually sell plastic food.
Plastic never breaks down ever. That's why there's like huge garbage patches out in the ocean that are like bigger than the size of Texas, just circulating little pellets of plastic. Fish are eating plastic. It's getting in the fish. We're eating the fish. Plastic's inside of every human in the world pretty much by now. It's crazy. So nanobots, yeah, bro, they could be used for good. There are good people in this world. Just like the doctor who invented penicillin. He gave it away for free. You know how many people died before penicillin was invented just from minor infections that could be easily treated?
Just like they're using it to combat this current situation we're all living in, right?
Are you actually trying to say that the invention of penicillin was a bad thing, bro? Please don't even.
No, I'm not talking about that. I can't say it. Look, I can't say. I can't say. That's why I'm not saying.
Let's get back to AI, bro, because I'm not going to argue that AI. All right, I'm saying nanobots. This is artificial. Right. It's not artificial intelligence.
All right. Some of the other things that guy was talking about, the James Tour thing, he was talking about. I don't know if it's in this lecture or another one of his videos, but he was saying that with that little laser, they can actually, kind of what you were saying, Nick, is destroy cancer cells.
That's what they're trying to do, bro.
And they could repair spinal structures, and they could it's kind of weird. I don't know if people are going to believe this or not, but they're saying that they could try to manipulate the cellular structure of your cells to make you produce the vitamins and minerals that you need in your body and the substances that you need. Like if you're missing spinal fluid, and that's like a real thing for people, right? That they could try to force your cells to make you better.
But I mean, there's good people in this world, and nanobots could be used for good.
But like, I this is what leads me to believe, like, eventually it's gonna be where people are gonna have these nanobots in their body, and they can't die because the nanobots are keeping them alive. Like, if you get shot, they're gonna rapidly repair you.
I don't know. That's kind of a stretch, bro. That maybe in like a few hundred years.
You know.
Maybe in a few hundred years from now, I could see that nanobots like instantly repairing a hole in your heart and saving you from like a massive gunshot wound. Like we're nowhere near that technology.
And they have this fluid that
they already got it now. Melvin, you're telling me they have technology now where you get shot through the heart with a 50 caliber bullet. These little things in your body are gonna go and like repair you within 2 minutes. We don't have that technology right now, dude. Sorry to tell you.
I don't know, but I know that the technology could come, right? It could
come, maybe in 100 years.
See, when I bring information to the table, it's always gonna get slapped down.
No,
how can you possibly bring information that proves we have technology?
Melvin, why are you always playing the victim card, bro?
Yeah.
It's just
always playing the victim card every time. Why?
It's all right, Melvin. We're just saying, don't talk about what you were going to talk about right there about the whole thing going on. That's all.
You got your channel flagged and shut down for a month.
Talk about the AI stuff. We want to hear that
on topic. And I just said, like, dude, where could you possibly show me proof that there's little robots, if you get blasted through the heart with a 50 cal within 2 minutes, you go and you're instantly repaired?
Oh, dude, no proof at all. That's the only speculation.
You can't show me proof of that, bro. So I don't even. That's what I mean. Let's just keep it on topic. Let's talk about stuff that's happening in the world right now. Elon Musk, Bill Gates. Stuff we know about with AI technology, like that. That's all, bro. That's all.
Yeah, but what that dude was saying is marking all of the food.
Well, Melvin's trying to say something here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All this stuff is dealing with that. But like I said, when I bring stuff to the table, it's going to get slapped down.
Well, at least
I know I know the technology exists.
Well, quit bringing crazy stuff to the table. Then let's talk.
What are you talking about? I looked into the stuff, Nick. I read this.
Why can't we stay on the topic of the show, bro?
Melvin, I'm not mad. You just shot down what I was saying.
No,
look at what you sent me in the private chat.
Look, you was just talking about how people could, they developing technology and all like that.
I'm looking at what you sent me.
People come back to life and all like that. No, that's something else. That was a while back in the beginning of the show. But what I'm saying
advanced technology.
Listen to what I'm saying, dude.
Can't even be posting that stuff in my chat, dude. Seriously.
That right there was. It ain't even in your chat. It's in your private chat. I know. Nobody else can't see it.
That kind of stuff will get your channel shut down instantly.
Nick, nobody can't see it.
I know what I'm saying. I know.
That's in your private chat on stream.
I know. I heard you. I know. I get it.
All right. So what I'm trying to say here is, obviously, I had to see this technology. That's why I was talking about it. This is all about AI, right? All this stuff ties in with that. That's why it's just not robots, Nick. They want to merge man with it. The Bible speaks about it.
Everybody knows that. People have been hearing about that for 20 years, bro.
Okay,
cyborgs or whatever you want to call it.
Did you hear about the human augmentation market report for 2021 through 2023 by Technology Future Trends?
I haven't heard about
it. So this is what I'm trying to bring to the table, but then you slapping it down. That's what I'm saying. You ain't heard about it,
dude. Dan, if you want to come out, Dan,
you just told me not to talk about outlandish stuff, but I'm trying to bring information. You said this is outlandish, and I just asked you about what I'm reading right now.
What he was saying was like actual things that we could see today that are like
available. This is what I'm talking. Look,
that's not what I said at all, bro.
Just
Why
share
do
my
you always do this? Why do you always do this? I was talking about nanobots, okay? We were talking about nanobots.
And you were talking about how they could repair the human body,
Yeah,
right?
and I
I
said
said
you
that.
get blasted through
And
the
then
portal
I
and they
said
instantly
something
repair you.
about that. And then I said they do have that technology. And then you just said, no, they don't.
They don't.
But I'm telling yes, they do, Nick. I'm telling you because I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, show
That's
it to me
what
then.
I'm saying.
Where can I get these nanobots?
You're not listening to what I'm talking
The
about.
one in the private chat. That's the one that shows me nanobots can
Hold on.
instantly.
No, that's something else.
Yeah, that's something completely
No,
different.
that's not. I just said that's something I sent in the beginning of the show.
Okay, well, show me then. Link it. Share your screen then. If it's about nanobots, share
All
your
right,
screen.
let me
Show everybody.
let me bring it up.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're bringing that up. Let me share my screen real quick.
And Dan in Phoenix, my email is on the bottom left of the screen. If you want to join the conversation, send me an email and I will send you a link.
Have you guys seen this? The dudes in the giant mech suits.
That's crazy. That looks like something from a movie.
It's a real thing. Yeah, I know. They're like making fun of it. They're like, "Oh, we got Gundams now."
That's definitely real. Yeah.
That's a crazy looking
That
thing,
is
bro.
That's really crazy, man. Imagine having to fight someone like that. All right, I'll meet you behind the school at 3:00. He like shows up in that thing. You're like,
Yeah. I guess these people have been doing it privately for a while. I think they're up in Canada too. Something like that. And then they got like, I don't know if you've ever seen these people, but they got jetpacks, man. They got like crazy things.
yeah, I've
going
seen
on.
jetpacks. That's cool. I like
You
those.
seen that?
Yeah, I like the windsuits too, where you can like fly like a bird.
You've seen those, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, those have been around for a while now. They're scary though. I'd be like way too scared.
When I saw those things, I was like, man, war's gonna look so different than it did, just even in our time. It really is. It's gonna be really, really scary.
Let's see if I got an email from Melvin, or I mean from Dan yet. Oh yeah, there he is. All right, I'll send you a link, Dan. Sorry, Melvin, we're not trying to shut you down. Melvin has his own channel. It's his name. If you want to listen to everything Melvin has to say for hours and hours, go to his channel, check him out. But I just want to stay on the topic and about, if you got something to share about nanobots, sure, share it away. Let's talk about nanobots. I'm into that. Let's just stay on topic. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like I think if
YouTube is putting a spotlight right now on channels that are spreading misinformation, on channels that are dubbed conspiracy. I know it sucks. I wish I had my own platform. Believe me.
Well, they're going to have to call their own news outlet.
Believe me, Melvin, if we had our own platform, like me and you and Sep were talking about starting a podcast the other day, you could talk about whatever you wanted till the cows came home, dude.
Yeah. Because right now, I mean, like you're basically contracted under YouTube, and you have to abide by whatever they're saying. Otherwise,
I signed contracts with YouTube that says I will not do certain things.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm staying on topic. I ain't even left off the topic. I was telling you things that tie in with it, but again, you're not listening to what I'm telling you.
What does the title say? Scroll up.
Okay.
Scroll up.
Says it could make humans immortal.
You told me they already had the technology that could instantly.
This is it. This is it. They already have it. Look, they already have it, but they're just going to spin it like they're developing it.
Oh, they're just going to.
Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Ray Craswell, I know who that is. He's rarely respected in the tech world. Says nanobots will soon wipe out cancer. Backup memories. Yeah, people have been saying this for like the last 30 years, bro. And I believe it. One day it will happen.
I think that's like the end goal of the New World Order kind of thing, is to try to say like, oh, we don't need, God, because we have mastery over all the matter kind of thing.
How long technology websites and computer websites have been making predictions like this for, Melvin? Long time. This is nothing new. But like you told me you had proof that this already existed.
It does. Look, see, all right. What do you think biotech is? What do you think bio stuff is? Anything that has bio on it
biological biotechnology.
tech.
It's the study of biological organisms with technology.
Yeah, mixing the two together.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
You know,
That's
that's
what
why I always thought
nanotech
that
does.
thing of Daniel's prophecy.
No, that's
what I'm trying to. Now, thank you, Sep. You're on the same page as me now.
Dude, you're not even making any sense at all. I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not
with
making
you.
sense to
No,
you.
you're not. You're not, because you told me that I got proof that they have technology where if you get shot through the heart with a 50 cal, little nanobots will go repair you instantly, and I can prove
What do you think? What do you think immortal means?
This is your proof. The title says Ray Craswell thinks one day in the future nanobots will be able to make people immortal. This is your
and
proof
I'm telling you it's already here.
Well, I'm telling you this is not very solid proof.
Okay, well.
This is from computerworld.com that says Ray Craswell says one day nanobots will be super smart, and I agree with him. So let's I sent you a link there.
I'll be right back.
Dan in Phoenix, you should have the link there, my friend. You can if you want to talk about nanobots or anything AI related that's not way out there, that's going to get, in trouble, or I'd just like to talk about tangible stuff that's happening that we can look at and go.
And all right, so do you want me? Will it help if I just go into some government websites then?
No,
because if that's what it takes,
that really will not help.
That's what it takes.
Make it worse.
No, it won't.
Yes,
because they already got it out there. It's already published.
You going into government websites is not going to help me whatsoever, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'll read this for you then. This is them talking about nanotech, nano platforms. It's all part of the same thing, but no matter what I bring, it's going to get shot down, Nick. I'm telling you, you're doing it every time.
Dude, I don't even want to talk to you if you're just going to keep playing the victim card, man. Seriously.
I'm not playing it. Okay, anybody in the chat, tell me if my information is being taken seriously or not. Let's let the chat decide.
I don't care. It's not that I don't take you seriously. I 100% believe that you are 100% serious about this. I just want to stay on topic and talk about nanobots.
When did I go off topic? When did I go off topic?
Every single time. Like when I told me they had technology where nanobots could repair gun wounds and you could prove it, and we went to
this nanotech here is all about nanobots, and it's talking about how one day it's going to make people immortal. Now, I'm trying to show you in DARPA with their technology, the guys that's creating this technology at DARPA are stating facts about they are using this technology now.
Yeah, it's on screen, dude. I know they're using nanotechnology.
So they're using it now, and that's proving what I just said, that they're using it now, Nick. It's here now. I told you that.
That's not proving.
You said it's not.
Oh, what is wrong?
This is okay.
There's a disconnect. There's a serious disconnect. Nanotechnology has been around for a long time. I'm not disagreeing with you that we're using nanotechnology. I'm disagreeing with you, and I think you know this, that we have the advanced nanotechnology that can instantly repair a gun wound in someone's chest within minutes. That's what I'm disagreeing with you about, dude. I know we've been using nanotechnology for years. I'm not disagreeing with you about that.
And I'm showing you here, they're talking about war fighters here and how it's going to repair their body when wounded, Nick. You're not listening to what I'm trying to tell you. They have the technology now. Look it up. That's all you got to do. I'm not even going to share the screen anymore. Just look up the information.
What are we even arguing about? I know they use nanotechnology.
I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you you just said, you made a claim saying they don't have the technology, Nick. All I'm doing is showing you that they do. That's all I'm doing. But I'm getting argued with because I'm presenting evidence.
You didn't show me any technology that we currently have, nanotechnology, that can instantly save a human life.
Nick, it's in DARPA. I told you.
It was on your screen. It was on the screen.
Yeah. But
where does it say we have nanotechnology right now that can instantly save human lives in use?
Go and look at it. Because you're not going to believe it if I show it or if I read it. Go to DARPA and read it for yourself.
Dude, you were
it's
just
at
there.
DARPA.
I'll share your screen again, and it was shared last time. Dan, I sent you a link like 10 minutes ago. Okay, well, anyway, Seth, are you there? Thank you for the sticker, Charlie. Charlie's how I say your name? Sherelle.
Okay.
All right, man. I had to bring in my dog real quick.
Okay. What are you doing?
All right. But yeah, dude, that nanotechnology stuff, I mean, it's pretty insane.
Are you ready?
We're ready for what?
To share the screen. This is what I'm talking about. What does it say right here, Nick?
Intelligent healing for complex wounds.
What is a complex wound, Nick?
It says a biotech interface could speed the body's natural healing process to deliver faster recovery from wounds with fewer complications. Now, where is your proof? I'll ask you for the 6th time that we have nanobots currently right now in use that can instantly repair someone that gets shot through the heart with a 50 caliber bullet or any bullet.
For the record, I do not have any proof. That was like a speculation on my part. Like,
that's what me and Malvin have been arguing about since you were gone.
Yeah.
I know we're using nanotechnology. I've heard about this years ago about the nanotechnology wounds and how they're going to be repairing it. You can zoom in a bit.
This is
what they want to do. This is their plans. This is not proof that
they already have it. They already have it because in the article I showed before, they're using it now, Nick. They stated it in there.
What makes me believe that they don't have it is that there's not the one world order yet. So they're not trying to like.
Listen, dude. The article you showed before said that we are using nanotechnology. Where did the article you showed before said that we have nanotechnology that is instantly saving people from gunshots within minutes? I know we're using nanotechnology. It's been around for years, bro. Me and Seth were talking about how they're trying to cure cancer with it, how they're trying to repair spinal cords with it. Like, we're not disagreeing.
Look at what this says.
Can
you read this whole paragraph for me, Nick, and tell me what this paragraph is speaking to you, because again, I'm trying to get you to look at the information.
One sentence up, it says this stuff could do this.
This is not, look.
Right here, a biotech interface could speed the body's natural healing process. Could. This isn't saying that they have this right now in use, dude. What don't you get about that?
Look, listen, you're not, so is this paragraph not saying this? Read it.
Yes, it is. This is exactly how you get with the Bible.
No, the paragraph is describing what could happen.
What don't you understand about that, dude? Just because you see words in print on the internet doesn't mean this is in use. One sentence up, it says this could do this. The website you just showed me from Ray Craswell said he believes in 2040 this will be possible. And you're like, look, this is proof that we have this right now in use. This is proof. And I'm saying this is not proof that we have this.
Are you going to read the paragraph, or are you just going to keep saying that?
Why would I?
You guys want to see some really old like UFO?
Okay, this says blast injuries, burns, and other wounds experienced by warfighters, often catastrophic damage to their bones, skin, or nerves, resulting in months of years of recovery. For the most severe injuries, what is a severe injury? That's like a life-threatening wound, are often returning imperfect results. Yes. This long, limited healing process means prolonged pain and hardship for the patient and a drop in readiness for the military. However, DARPA believes that recent advances in biosensor actuators and artificial intelligence. See, I'm keeping it on topic.
After that, could
be extended and integrated dramatically to improve tissue regeneration. Now, if you keep reading this whole article, you'll see that they're using it now, Nick.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. You got to read the whole thing, Nick.
Okay,
you can't just read the title and say, "Oh, they're saying they could do it." No, that's not what this
I
whole
will
article
read the
says.
entire article, and then it will prove that
No,
we have this technology.
I'm just pulling out a paragraph to show you, Nick, that they have this technology. But again, like I just stated a few minutes ago, I'm bringing information dealing with the topic, and it's still getting shot down.
It's not getting shot down at all. You told me this is proof that we're using this technology. How is that getting shut down? This is saying it could do this.
I mean, I have other conspiracy things that I can't prove, but I mean, we're just trying to talk about what's actually seen right now.
No, Melvin, did you just say no? It didn't say that, because the very first sentence said this technology could be used to heal burns.
That was the title, Nick.
The title.
Look.
What do you normally get by titles? You kind of get the summary of what it's going to be about.
That was the articles before, Nick. You read the title and you're saying that one sentence out of a whole article, Nick, says that they're trying to use it. But it says in this DARPA, the ones that's making the technology, that they already rolled it out. This article was from 2019. I'm showing you how they already rolled it out, Nick.
That article said it could a couple different times, and it could. Right after you read the word intelligent, right after you read the word artificial intelligence all loud, you're like, see, I'm using artificial intelligence. The very next word was could.
No.
Yes, bring it back up.
All right.
Bring the article back up. I'll show you.
Yeah, you're going to show me that part. And I'm going to go down and show you where they said they're implementing it right now. So you can see it with your own eyes.
They're implementing it. What does implementing mean, Melvin?
Using it. That's what it means.
Implementing means they're starting to use this. They're implementing it.
Yeah.
They're starting
so they have to be using it. Thank you.
Wow.
If I said you might be implemented in a murder, doesn't mean you're doing it.
Oh boy.
I know. You guys could definitely be a podcast. I've already seen it.
No,
that's what it is. We got to find a channel.
It's too
find a way to get a platform.
It says here the word for implement is to put a decision, plan, agreement, etc. into effect. That means it is in effect. What does it mean when something's in effect?
To put a decision, plan, or agreement into effect. So they're trying to make this technology happen.
No, that's putting it in effect, Nick. What does it mean when you put something into effect?
I can't do this anymore, man.
Hey Dan,
I just can't.
If your mic's not working, refresh it. Try to do it again.
I can't do it, man. Like, really.
Goodness.
The articles you showed me, I don't know if you're dyslexic and you skip certain words or something, but.
Oh, really? So now I'm dyslexic. Now I'm just.
If you didn't see certain words, like the one, bring both the articles back up. I don't know why we're talking about this still, but like you reading it for yourself. The first one from Ray Craswell, he said he thinks this will happen in 2040. The one you brought up from DARPA said this technology could heal broken bones, wounds, scrapes, blah, blah, blah. Artificial intelligence could help speeding healing, blah, 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 blah. And you're telling me this is proof that this is in our bodies right now. Like they can do this right now. This is proof saying that you can be saved instantly right now. This is my proof. And I'm saying, what? Like, really? It shouldn't even be an argument.
All right.
There's nothing to argue about at all. You're reading stuff completely out of context, like you always do.
No, I'm okay. I want you to read this in context then, Nick.
Okay.
And you're gonna read exactly what I just said. Watch.
Sure.
And I want an apology.
Okay. If that article says that they're using this and we have this technology right now, then I will definitely apologize to you.
Okay, now we're going to go back into this first paragraph here.
Can you article? Yeah. Okay, scroll up.
I
want to read the whole thing. Scroll up.
Okay. This is the title here.
Let me read it. You said I would apologize to you, okay? So, Defense Advanced Research Projects. So this is a research project, intelligent healing for complex wounds. Intelligent healing for complex wounds, a biotectonic interface could speed the body's natural healing process to deliver faster recovery from wounds with fewer complications. And I agree with that. It probably could. Okay, scroll down. Blast injuries, burns, and other wounds experienced by warfighters are often catastrophically damage their bones, skin, nerves, resulting in months to years of recovery for the most severe injuries and often returning in perfect results. This long and limited healing process means prolonged pain and hardship for the patient and a drop in readiness for the military. However, DARPA believes that recent advances in biosensors, actuators, and artificial intelligence could be extended and integrated to dramatically improve tissue regeneration. To achieve this, the new Biotechnologics for Tissue Regeneration, BETR program, asks researchers to develop biotetronics. So they're asking researchers in this article.
They're asking people to make this. That's what they're doing, Melvin.
Now you have to apologize to me.
Hey! Can you look at this date? That was in 2019. How long has it been?
So
you think they ain't got it? I told you they got it.
Are you going to apologize to me like the
Melvin? That doesn't
under current medical practices. Read this paragraph here. Thank you.
Under current medical practice, physicians provide the conditions and time for the body to either heal itself with tissues, have regenerative capacity, or to accept and heal around direct transplants. Most people are familiar with intervention.
Hey, Nick, you don't even got to read it, man. Look at the sentence right above it. It says the envisioned BETR technology would represent.
The envisioned BETR technology would represent. So
Melvin,
are you apologize to me now, like the deal we made, bro, or what?
All right, I found out the caption thing on that video. Let me play a little bit of it.
See how you guys are picking words and you're not reading.
Yes, I am. I'm picking words.
And imagining the sentences.
I'm not even going to show the whole thing based off what I read all the way down to the end without butchering and picking apart words. And I just read it through for what it is. It says that they're implementing it right now.
Butchering and picking out words. Are you
Melvin? It's cool, bro. We get what you're saying, bro, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying that
the next thing I bring up is gonna get slapped down again.
All right, be ready for it. Here, let me screen.
No, we're just victimizing you totally.
Let me play that video, just a minute or two of it real quick.
Hey, David.
We work in an area called graphic.
Are you there, Dan?
Yeah.
Hello? Is your microphone working, Dan? Dan in Phoenix?
Can I play it or just wait a minute?
Well, I'm trying to see if he's responding.
All right.
I guess not.
Can everyone see this?
Yeah, you can play it. Yeah.
Can you read the words on it though?
Yeah, we can see the captions. Yeah.
All right.
Hello. Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Dan.
Oh wow.
Just I'm trying to see if he's responding.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we got some echo coming back from you though.
How's that?
Can everyone see this?
Yeah, you can play it. Yeah.
Can you read the words on it though?
We can hear like us coming through your speakers. Do you have YouTube open or something at the same time?
Right.
Dude, this guy is talking about.
I know. Sorry, bro. I'm just.
Yeah.
You can replay it. You can replay it, Sep. Okay, go back and replay it.
How's that?
That sounds good. I don't hear any echo anymore. Let's let Sep play it, Dan, and then we'll get to you. Okay. Okay, my friend. Okay, go ahead, Sep. We can hear like us.
Yeah. How's that?
Should I just play the audio real quick? It's like one. No. All right.
Well, if you want, sure.
What he's talking about right now is using these nanobots to.
You can play it. You can play the audio quick. I think it'll be okay.
All right.
Dropping down ink, that is converting the carbohydrate atoms in the bread, molecules in the bread, these carbon atoms in that bread to graphene. So we convert that. That's a coconut. We turn into a supercapacitor. So we can do it on food. You say, why would you want to write patterns on food? Well, why wouldn't you? So if you have, for example, a potato,
Listen
and you
to
can
this.
just mark it very quickly, just as on every one of your plastic bottles, it's a water bottle that has a little laser scribe date. If we can laser scribe electronics very quickly, you would know exactly what field that potato was picked from, what date it was picked on. And if you build in electronics, you can put an E. coli sensor, a salmonella sensor. You could build in electronics into food very rapidly.
Right.
Bro, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Dude, he's
See,
talking about having sensors and all these nanobots in our food. Like, and you know, the Bible says you won't be able to buy or sell
Yeah,
without that.
that's definitely scary. That guy's
And
a
this
Christian.
guy, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is trying to do it out of the goodness of his heart or whatever. He's a Christian or claims to be.
I don't know. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and
It's
that
not even mark of the beast
he
for
said that
starters.
his like team, you know, that was working. They're working for the government. That they developed this in 2016.
Hey, J-Man, what's up, bro?
Hey guys, what's up?
Not too much. Did you have something to say?
Give me a second.
While we're waiting for that, how about you, Dan? You got anything to say there, my friend? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's tons and tons of information out there regarding the nanobots and what their intentions are. My understanding is that it goes back to quantum physics and particle theory, where they can move a particle from any location in one direction, and the entangled particle will move in the opposite direction. So if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, quantum mechanics is pretty crazy, pretty neat stuff, eh?
Yeah, it is, and it's all related to this discussion because I believe that that's how they've achieved this type of remote control over this stuff. But my understanding is, and this was picked up from a TED Talk that I saw on Richie from Boston. What they're saying is they have coated every blade of grass through the chemtrailing, every human, every animal, every hair, replicated it inside of a system. This is what they're telling us. And I sent a couple of links in the chat about that. And that they were going to create a software program identical to the real world, pull our consciousness into it.
Oh,
this is what they claim. This is what the perpetrators claim. So, and again, all I can do right now is just share some links with you. Maybe if some point in time you guys will come back, we can talk about them. But I can only repeat to you just a little bit of what I picked up over the years. But I certainly believe that they have the tech. And with this vaccine, if
nope, none of that. Sorry, man.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can't even say that word. You probably just got me flagged, but yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey, it's all
anyway,
good.
Okay. Well, my understanding is that that the RNA
we're gonna change topic right now. Hey, J-Man, do you got anything to say, bro? Okay. Sorry, bro. It's just going in a bad direction. I apologize, but YouTube has everyone so controlled, like you can't even say nothing about that. You bring up the word, anything to do with it, like done. Hey, J-Man, do you got anything you want to say about what we've been talking about? Not related to the V or the pandemic or anything like that. We're talking about nanotechnology or anything me or Sepp or Melvin said. Do you want to say anything about that, J-Man?
Hold on, my connection's bad. Hold on.
This doesn't usually happen with him. I don't understand. Usually J-Man has a pretty good connection. Maybe he changed internet providers. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan, but YouTube has everybody so controlled. I already have an active warning on my channel. And like, speaking about artificial intelligence, YouTube's like the king of AI. Everything runs on an algorithm. So like you say certain words and stuff, they have AI that just picks up on that and flags your channel instantly. And it's like, it's a nightmare.
Well, it's just that is a part of it. My understanding is that that the DNA modification will take place through nanobots, make certain changes in our body that could, in fact, prevent us from dying.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that the location of the heart would even remain the same.
You know,
Thank you there,
I mean,
sir, for cooperating what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome,
so-
but it's
it
true.
says
I
that
mean,
in
it's out there.
you know,
How
kind of
did why did I
right?
disagree that that couldn't happen, dude, in the future? That's what he just said. The whole, like, you know what we were talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
and I
he's
was
here.
and I was just reading the article about it, but you were saying that it wasn't developed yet, Nick. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what Dan said. He said it could happen in the future, and you're like, thank you, sir.
No. I believe it's here. I do. I think you should check out Nicholson 1968, man. Have a good look at some of his work on this.
Okay.
Listen, I got to walk my dogs, man. Thank you for letting me in, guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one, bro.
You too.
Okay, J-Man, Sep, you back?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, man.
So what's up? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I don't want to say that, you know, things can't happen in the future, because obviously things progress. They do. But as of right now, the technology that is available right now, it's pretty intense. It is intense, man. You know, I mean, I keep thinking about what that dude was talking about on the video I was showing. I mean, he's literally talking about putting nanobots in food so that people can't steal them. You know, you can't pick your apple tree no more, because then the government's going to come and knock and say, "What are you doing picking apples, man? This is an apple season," or whatever, right? Like, it's going to be weird.
David, why don't you come on? I'll send you a link. Why don't you elaborate a little more on that? Oh, I'm not disagreeing. We definitely have some crazy technology. The whole argument was about proof that we have this technology right now.
Well, the Most High just brought somebody in to show you.
Yeah, okay. The Most High brought someone in to show me the proof.
What, you think he ain't gonna
because he believes just because he said
that's a different opinion.
I believe the technology.
No, I'm just saying
right now too. Yeah, wrong solid.
Well, he's looking into he probably found some information on it too, Nick. You can't just sit there and just think that ain't nothing going on. We got all this stuff.
There's probably 15 or so people in the chat that think the technology's here right now and people can become
because they probably
we're not talking about the future extent of the technology, right? We're trying to say what can we actually see that is proven and available to the public today.
Tangible. I said tangible evidence.
And I showed you
No, you didn't.
Look, just in your spare time, look into DARPA and read it all the way through, Nick.
We just read it, dude. Are you?
No, I'm talking about in your spare time, not on the live, Nick.
But
we only read a couple of paragraphs out of it. That's all we did. I'm talking about in your spare time. Just read into all the stuff they're talking about.
Okay.
Well, Melvin, besides that, do you have any maybe links or anything that is something that is available to the public today that it has anything to do with AI?
That's all I was asking about. Tangible, verifiable proof.
I was just showing that.
No.
All
right, go back through the video and tell me where didn't I show anything about artificial intelligence?
No, I didn't ask that question. See, artificial intelligence, you're right. Okay, you're talking about that. But we just want to maybe talk about what's available today, like what people are saying, hey, look, it's right here.
So I'm supposed to just say that that's not available today, and I spent hours looking into this.
Wrong, dude. Did you not read it? It took me 2 minutes.
All right, Melvin. The thing is, you're saying it's available today, but you can't prove that. You're assuming that you don't have the evidence to prove it, and that's cool. It may be all right, whatever. But we're trying to say what's actually out there today. Like I showed,
the article says they're studying it. This technology, this company wants this to happen. They want to create this. Like, how do you skip over all
that? Was in 2019, Nick.
So where's the article from 2021?
We have it now.
Why did you bring that article up from 2021 then?
Because I was showing you that they were developing it. It's already been developed, and then I was going to show that, but my information is going to keep getting
Well,
slapped
they
down.
didn't say that it was
Watch
developed.
when
They
I
said
show
that
you that they're
trying to
using
get
it.
developed.
Watch
Bring
when
me
I
up
show.
a-
Listen,
bring
I'm
me
going to
up an
show you
article.
they're using it right now in 2020.
Bring me
You
up
got
an
a
article.
video of
21.
someone severely burned that's
No,
getting
bring
hit
me
in
up
front
an
of us?
article from
No,
the
look.
same. Bring me up an article from the same place, DARPA, the same people. The article you were reading that says in
Yeah.
2021 they now have this technology invented and it's in use. Why wouldn't you just bring that up in the first place? Why all the
Because you know
articles?
how this internet is, man. So I'm not supposed to explain nothing. I'm just supposed to say, hey, and just throw some information out and not talk about it. Like, this is how you have a
No,
discussion.
That's what you literally just did. You said, "Here's the information. I don't need to explain it. It is here."
See,
Yeah.
all you guys
That's
gonna
what
do
you
is just
said.
keep attacking, man.
Wha-
And I'm sitting on here being
Always-
so
why
humble.
do you always say you're getting attacked, bro? I could do the same thing. Melvin, quit attacking me, man. Like I'm
I'm
all
not even
doing is
attacking
reading
you.
your-
I'm bringing
Melvin,
information.
man, quit
I
attacking
feel
me,
attacked
please.
too.
All I'm doing is
No.
reading the article, man. You keep attacking me. Like all I'm doing is reading where it says they want to research this and this technology they're trying to implement. Like, why are you attacking me and slapping that down and just picking out certain words in the article? Like,
And then
every time-
why did you say that what I brought up was a conspiracy theory, that it wasn't even real?
every time I
See,
say
and then
it's like,
see, and then see, Nick, if I try to bring it up, you're gonna get mad because I can't talk about it, Nick.
well, you know what
This is
you
why.
talk about on YouTube, Melvin. It's not me.
But Nick, that's why I said I can't bring it up. That's why I went to that when they
What
were
do you
developing it.
You can bring anything up
You're
about
using it.
nanobots.
Then
I
don't bring it
can't.
up, Melvin. That's
I
fine. Then don't
can't.
talk about
Don't bring it
anything
up then.
you
That
can't
means
bring
there's
up.
no tangible, verifiable proof. It means you just have stuff that's
Nick,
not.
just because I can't. Do you want your channel shut down, Nick?
No.
Do you want it shut down?
Are
Okay,
you
I can't bring it up, Nick.
What are you talking
Okay.
about?
It's in there. I'm telling you, they're using it now.
Okay, man.
All right.
Look,
Hey,
I'll
David,
send you the
how's it
link
going,
in
man?
the chat. Don't bring it up, but I'm gonna send the link in the chat, and you can just
No.
skim over it. All right.
Don't put the link in the public
It's
chat.
not in. It's not in public. I know where to put it. Nick.
Put
I'm
it in
not
the private
sitting.
chat. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, David, how you doing, man?
Not bad.
You want to maybe you want to say something? Maybe get this simmer down a little bit and get me off this
Okay.
conversation I'm on right now.
It is biologically impossible to go above 120 years in a human body. It's
Can you talk a
impossible.
bit louder? Maybe turn up your mic. Maybe talk closer to your microphone.
Is this any better?
Can you guys hear him okay?
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, David.
All right. It is biologically impossible to go above 120 years in a human body.
Okay.
It cannot be done.
It kind of
I
makes
know
sense.
about Yeah, I know about the experiments you're saying in Israel, but and I know what they're talking about, the telomeres getting stretched, but you're telling me you're going to redesign this, this creation, and it's impossible. It comes to
I
some
don't
point
know.
in time the cells cannot divide anymore.
I don't know. I think there is someone that's lived over 120 years and it's been verified.
It has been verified. I think it's like 120 years, 4 months, and like 18.
The oldest person the oldest person ever whose age has been independently verified is Jean Clement, 1875 to 1997 of France, who lived to the age of 122 years and 164 days. Crazy, yeah?
Okay.
No, but you're right. There's definitely a limit. Like she was probably pretty flail and like.
Well, even the Bible says that limit is 120 years.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I would be curious how they were able to verify, like, if they have a birth certificate or such.
Yeah, I'll bring it up and see what it says. I don't know if I fully agree with it either, but I mean, if you just let's bring it up on Wikipedia and see if there's any more information about it.
Sure.
Hey, Seth, check out that link I just sent. Tell me what you think.
The first link?
No, the one I just put up. Right
didn't come
under
through, man.
right under Dan.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's it.
I guess they had her birth certificate or something, man. Born in 21st of February, 1875, died August 4th, 1997. Wow, that is old. But the second
Yeah,
oldest person verified is 119 years. So maybe they screwed up a bit because she's the only person
Hey man, some of these people are old, bro.
she's the only person that's over 120, and it's by like 2 years. So maybe they did misconstrued it somehow, but I don't know.
What?
my oldest son was a bio major, and I know that they had, said that the body cannot go beyond this, amount of time, and I think it's like
Yeah,
1
that
to
sounds
20
about
years,
right, David. It's only 2 years
something
off.
like that. Right.
That's only 2 years off. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like, and it
Yeah.
comes, the cells won't divide anymore. And I mean, and even if you were to fix one part,
Mhm.
you fix your kidney. What about your liver? What about your heart? What about your bloodstream? I mean, it's
Mhm.
shit breaks down.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know. I wouldn't limit the human capacity, like the technology, like it's advancing more and more and more. Like if you look at the lifespans of people in history,
Lifespans are expanding.
they used to be short, and now they're getting bigger and bigger because our technology, our medical technology is getting better. It's getting easier. There's more food. There's more easier jobs. I think like these people start inventing stuff like the scientists in Israel, where they can actually strengthen and rejuvenate the telomeres of your DNA. All that does is
Let's just
prevents your body from suffering from age-related ailments. So stuff you would
let's just
usually
say
get
this.
developed from age, you wouldn't get, right?
I would bet against that because I just
You bet
don't
against your own
see.
people, bro.
Listen, I never
Hey, if
said they
anyone
were
can do it,
nuts. I'm
Israel
saying I
can,
don't
man.
believe it. What's that?
I said if anyone can do it, it's Israel.
No, I mean, look, I appreciate the pat of confidence, but I mean, I don't believe it can be done. I know what they're claiming, and maybe they can make, look, somebody that's 70 years old today is like somebody that was 50 years old in the 1940s. I get it. I mean, yeah, you could get a pill that'll, make your dick work better.
We'll
I mean,
have to
you
wait.
have all these things.
We'll have to wait and see
But-
for the results of this experiment because they just started doing this.
But are the cells still splitting? You'd say
Well,
that every split, that it's not going to get a little bit shorter, that they
Well-
somehow have been able to prevent that.
The thing is,
you're talking about.
yeah, they're saying that they've like halted the aging process pretty much, like because your telomeres, when you get older, they start fraying out and getting longer. Like you said, they get longer and like kind of like how shoelaces have like that little plastic piece on the end of the shoelace. It's like when that plastic piece breaks off and your shoelace starts fraying apart at the end. That's what starts happening to the DNA, your telomere DNA. So apparently they're able to like strengthen that little plastic piece so your DNA, your telomeres don't come apart, and you don't suffer from age-related ailments like anything that you would naturally get from getting old. Like when you get old, you get cancer and all this stuff.
Well, maybe that is what's happening, but you still can't, like what David's saying, is divide the cells, so you won't suffer from it, but you'll still die like when you're 120.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you can get 120 good years, that's a good life.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, would you rather live 100? Would you rather live 90 good years than 50 good years? I mean, of course.
But you got to remember, it also says in the Bible there was a time when people lived to be like 1,000.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I don't know what the body was like back then. Maybe
yeah,
there was
after the
something.
flood, it messed everything up. Yeah.
You see the one I put with the 2021?
About the soldier, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
See?
I was still looking at the other one. I'll look at that one in a second.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. I'm posting all the info. I can't talk about most.
Well, the link itself says DARPA wants to use nanobots to help soldiers heal faster. So just from looking at the name of the link, I don't think that's going to be like rock solid proof again, but I'll check it out.
Like I said, check it out before you speak about it.
Okay.
But
this
yeah,
is them being they were awarded $22 million to start
so again,
rolling it out.
Dude, This article's from September 12th, 2014.
Yeah,
So
and that's
like
me. Look at what I said at the bottom. Look at what I said before that. They've been doing it since 2014, as seen here. So they already have it, and they put it in the shop.
Calm down, dude. I agree with you. We said that in the first place, that nanobots and nanotechnology has been around for years, and we agree with you on that.
And that's what I'm saying, because
they've been wanting to do this the whole time. When people started hearing about nanobots, they went crazy. All these articles came out. They're like, "Whoa, these nanobots can go inside your body. They can take out tumors. They can heal people." All these places started making articles. This company wants to use nanobots to repair human DNA. This company wants to use nanobots to repair soldiers. This company wants to use nanobots to cure cancer. This company wants to use nanobots to fix spinal cord injuries. That's what.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2.
Well, there's something you're not taking into account. How many of these articles are getting written right now to raise funding?
Bro, that's what happened.
Hey, David, your mic's still a little low, man.
Hold on, wait, David. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, that's
this better.
Now, what you asked me?
How do you know that they're not writing these articles just to raise the ability to get funding?
That's a very good point.
So these are just doctors being awarded grants by the United States government.
Bingo, being awarded
by the Masons, bro. This is all about the Masons.
Do you know how much money?
Exactly. And this proves the fact that no matter what evidence I bring out, you guys are going to continue to do that. And then say you're not doing it.
It's reality, Melvin. Do you know how much money scientists get to study stuff when they get grants? You know, it's the same thing. All the people said that don't. Do you believe in global warming? Probably not.
Okay, they're just all right, Nick. All my information. All right, Nick. I agree with you guys. All my information I just presented is false, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Melvin again, right? Playing the victim card again, right, Melvin?
Oh, I'm just agreeing with you guys. All my information I just presented that I spent hours looking into to bring this information out. All of it is false. It doesn't even exist. It doesn't matter. They're just doing it for funding, right?
That's exactly what we just said, right? Poor Melvin. Yeah.
I'm just repeating what was said to me.
No.
Maybe I should live in Missouri because I need to. You have to show me for they could say lots of things.
Dude, I remember I was like probably in my mid-20s or something when all this started happening with nanotechnology. I remember hearing all about this. I was like, wow, nanobots crazy. And like all these people were talking all over the news, like these things can be shrunken down, gone inside your body and heal stuff that we can't heal with. We can use it for healing wounds and like all this crazy technology. Like that's why all these articles out there. And yeah, these scientists are studying nanotechnology. Like it's maybe they do, Melvin. Maybe they do have this crazy nanobot technology right now, like you said. But from what you've shown, you haven't. We just asked for tangible proof that they're actually using the stuff that you're saying.
Yeah, they are. Look, I can't show you. Look, I can't show you that tangible proof because you'll get banned, Nick. This is why I can't show you. Yes, you will.
Well, it wouldn't be tangible proof then. That goes against the whole definition of tangible proof.
Look, you just don't see. Do you want me to say it on your channel, Nick? Because you're gonna get pissed if I say it.
Well, then don't.
So I'm trying not to say it, but like I said,
all right,
it's here, and they're using it with our current situation.
All right.
I don't know, man. It's all right. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I got about another half an hour, so whoever wants to step or anyone. What happened to J-Man? He just disappeared.
Yeah, he never came back in.
Maybe I could bring up that article about the Israelis using the hyperbaric oxygen chambers.
And I bet it'll probably make you look better, but I still think underneath you're still 50-something years old.
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm leaning towards too. Like, you won't make you feel the effects of it.
It doesn't make you look better. I think it's supposed to make you feel better.
Well, so OxyContin makes you feel better too.
Yeah, cut off the signals to the brain real quick.
All right, so this is from the Jerusalem Post. I'll share my screen. It's probably like a year old, maybe, but or maybe not even by now. But yeah, it came out November 21st, 2020. I would be curious to know like the actual results, you know, like because they look at these crazy things. It's not just like you can't just like hook up an oxygen cord to your face. Like, look at these crazy chambers that you go in and sit in. So we are going backwards in time, Professor Shai Efrati said. Israeli scientists claim to reverse aging process. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber at Aviv Clinic in Florida. Israeli scientists say they have managed to successfully reverse the biological aging process using only oxygen. Recent research led by Tel Aviv University professor Shai Efrati, together with a team from Shamir Medical Center, found that when healthy adults over the age of 64 were placed in pressurized chamber and given pure oxygen for 90 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 3 months, not only was the aging process delayed, it was actually reversed. Specifically, the study, which is published in the peer-reviewed journal Aging, focusing on whether the process could reverse two key indicators of biological aging: the shortening of DNA telomeres and the accumulation of resilient, sentient cells. A telomere is the end of a chromosome. Telomeres are made of repetitive sequences of non-coding DNA that serve as bumpers to protect the chromosome from damage during replication. Every time replication happens, these bumpers take a hit, making them shorter and shorter. Once the telomere reaches a certain length, the cell cannot replicate anymore, which leads to sentient cells aging, malfunctioning cells that ultimately lead to cognitive or other age-related disabilities and even diseases such as cancer. Some 35 adults over the age of 64 were involved in the study, administered hyperbaric oxygen therapy, utilizing 100% oxygen in an environmental pressure higher than 1 absolute atmospheres to enhance the amount of oxygen dissolved in the body's tissues. Every 20 minutes, the participants were asked to remove the mask for 5 minutes, bringing the oxygen back to normal levels. However, during this period, researchers saw that fluctuations in the free oxygen concentration were interrupted at the cellular level as a lack of oxygen rather than interpreting the absolute level of oxygen. In other words, repeated intermittent hyperbaric increased oxygen level exposures include many of the mediators and cellular mechanisms that are usually induced during hypoxia or decreased oxygen levels. Something Efrati explained is called the hyperhypoxic paradox. That's a mouthful. The oxygen fluctuation we generated is what is important, he told the Jerusalem Post. During the process, a state of oxygen shortage resulted, which caused cell regeneration. The practical ramifications include improvements in attention, information processing, speed, and executive functions, which normally decline with aging, and about which more than 50% of people over the age of 60 express concern. According to the study, the changes were equivalent to how the participants' bodies were at the cellular level of 25 years earlier. We are not just slowing the decline, we're going backwards in time, Efrati said. Efrati's been studying the aging process for a decade and runs the Aviv clinics in Florida. The study, he said, is proof that cellular basis for the aging process can be reversed, adding that it gives hope and opens the door for a lot of young scientists to target aging as a reversible disease. It could also enable, aging is like a disease. It could also enable doctors and scientists to find a way to monitor telomere length and develop medications that could help them grow back when needed. Wow. But this is what I mean. Will it make people live longer? ? The effect duration is yet to be determined in the long term, Efrati said, but probably yes. We know that people with shorter telomeres die earlier, so it makes sense. One disadvantage of the study was it limited sample size. Efrati added the experiment was conducted using a scientific monitored Hobot chamber, and people should not try this at home, he said. There is a lot of junk out there claiming sacks inflated with air or hyperbaric treatments. This is not what is being used in the studies. It is not effective, and moreover, it could be dangerous. So yeah, man, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, right?
I still say impossible. I'll short that all day long.
Well,
I would.
I'm already sold, David. I'm moving to Florida right now.
Yeah, me too. I'd still rather have the intact.
I'm
I'd rather
liquidating all of my assets.
I'd rather take my chances with the intact telomeres. I mean, like that'd be. I don't know. Aging is like a disease. I know everybody has to die and stuff, but think about it. Like I've lost so many people I love, and like people turn into like, they get like they lose their minds and they get Alzheimer's disease, and you got to watch these people you love break down and become bumbling, drooling morons, and like it's sad, man. It's really sad. Can you imagine?
Look, it is sad, but how much of it is life choices?
I know, but it's. I guess it's part of life. You got to live and die, and especially if you want to be united with Christ and stuff like that. For me, I know David's not a Christian; he's a Jew. But what do you think happens when you die? Who do you meet up there? Just the Father, or what?
According to our way of thinking,
Yeah.
You essentially, well, first you go to Gehenna, where you have to get washed of your or whitewashed of your sins.
What is that? Like a purgatory?
It's like a purgatory, not a very pleasant place.
Gehenna.
And then after you get the crap beaten out of you, then you're allowed to get into the kingdom of heaven when the Messiah comes.
And you guys believe God is like the Father, like it explains like Yahweh?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, and the Messiah has not come yet. And when he does come, everyone's going to come out of the graves and all that other
It's
fun.
pretty much the same. You just don't believe the Messiah has come yet.
Correct.
Except we don't really believe in a purgatory. Catholics do.
Right.
Right.
If you look in the Old Testament, there was no hell in the Old Testament. So,
No, that's right. We didn't hear of punishment in the afterlife till the gentle Jesus came around, eh?
Seems that way.
That's just a little joke. Settle down, everybody. Sub count's just like.
But the thing is, there are so many mysteries that and the thing is, whenever you had somebody that tried to explain some of the inconsistencies, usually then they created more inconsistencies that make things look even more messed up. So it's probably best just to leave them alone.
Oh yeah, Gehenna. I thought Gehenna was hell.
No, it's like a purgatory. It's not a pleasant place.
The Christians teach us like hell.
No, it's not. You know that, David. Stop lying.
Stop lying what?
You know, David. Don't let me call you out now.
I don't know. Tell me.
Please
you know what Gehenna is.
I heard Gehenna used in the Bible as being described as hell, but that's how we're taught as Christians. I don't know.
I always thought it was just the grave itself, like the way.
No, he talks about Gehenna with endless fire, like burning fire and stuff. Gehenna
is the lake of fire. That's what Gehenna is.
I've never heard that. Then
it is not.
Wasn't Gehenna a garbage dump outside the walls of Jerusalem where fire was burning endlessly, and Jesus referred to Gehenna as a parable, a metaphor with punishment? Correct me if I'm wrong, but
what? That sounds interesting.
No. That's news to me. Come on, David, explain it to us, please, David.
I told you it's a purgatory where you get whitewashed of your intentional sins. You could be forgiven for your non-intentional. Your intentional sins you're going to pay, and that's where you pay in Gehenna.
Hey, I know this is off topic, but David, I've seen a lot of stuff about like Kabbalah, and everything, and like I didn't really understand like why that's not more like a wide known part of. Is that like a staple that's taught with a lot of Jews, or is that something that's just more of like a sect?
The Hasidic are really big into Kabbalah. The way that it's supposed to be, you're not supposed to start studying Kabbalah until after the age of 40 or after you've been married for 40 years, something like that.
Check it out.
It's got a lot of heavy duty stuff in there.
In Judaism, Gehenna or Gehanim is a fiery place where the wicked are punished after they die on Judgment Day. a figurative equivalent of hell. Gehenna also appears in the New Testament and early Christian writings and known in Islam as Jahannam. The powerful imagery of Gehenna originates from an ancient real place. Thus, Gehenna serves as an example of the interplay between literal and symbolic meanings in Scripture. So there was an actual.
David. So David, next time, don't downplay what I say. I know what Gehenna is. Stop playing with me.
I'm not playing with you.
There was an actual valley. There was an actual valley outside of Jerusalem where they burnt all the trash, and it was like endless fires, like burning night and day, and it stunk, and there was dead bodies.
And the parable of that was that's where the wicked and the godless go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's the parable, them burning the trash there. That's where the trash heap goes.
Right. They were burning physical
garbage.
Correct. They were burning physical garbage.
It was symbolic to the symbolic garbage that's going to go into real Gehenna.
But I mean,
well, as I said, that turns into a gray area, depending upon who you're going to ask.
Melvin, I was just asking what David believed, right? So you can't like, get mad at him for what he believes. Like, it might not be what we believe, but that's just what he believes. That's all I was asking him.
Aren't we told to believe the truth?
Well, I just said I don't believe what he believes. I believe Jesus is the Messiah. I made that abundantly clear. I was just asking what he believed as his person, you know.
Continue, David. Enlighten us.
Well, what would you like to be enlightened on?
David, about the Kabbalah thing, isn't it like because I was watching a few videos on it, and it was like something having to do like there's like a light inside of everyone that's like completely pure and completely separate or something like that.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool. I was listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the one thing, you know, the body is made of mass, and electrical impulses make you move, make you blink, make you, you know, electric is what drives the body. So the question is, when the body dies, what happens to the electricity? Is the electricity the soul? And this is a question that if you ever bring this to an atheist, you're going to, you're going to have them hit a brick wall, because the thing is that they can't tell you what happens to the electricity.
Yeah, because I mean, like even on the subatomic level, like the atoms, they all emit electricity and light. Like,
correct.
So
energy cannot be created or destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, so exactly what all that means, can't say. I mean, there's been a lot of things that have been, you know, a lot of stuff, after death experiences and all that stuff. And I'm sure there's plenty that we don't know.
Yeah. Hey, David.
Yeah.
So I had read that a long time ago. Let me pull it up. The actual name of it. It's called It's an old Jewish writing, but they're basically. Is that what it's called? It's called one second.
Book of Jubilees. Which one are you at?
No. It's not a I guess like a standard book in the Old Testament, but it was the Zohar or something like that.
Zohar, yeah.
Yeah. And it was written by the Rabbi Hamuna Sava or something.
Okay.
And so you and your people have always known that the Earth was a sphere, right? Like you never actually thought like it was a flat Earth or something.
Correct.
Oh, there you go, Melvin. Because Melvin was saying that the Old Testament teaches a flat Earth.
That's proof enough.
It doesn't teach a flat Earth.
So, David, again, what is the firmament? What's the Hebrew word for firmament, David? Tell us again.
And if I was to tell you it was a glass ceiling, what difference does it make if you go up there and you see it's not a glass ceiling?
Well, what is your translations there say, Nick, buddy? You said it last time. What are you ashamed to say it again for?
What was I ashamed to say? What? I'm not following you.
You're not following me. You're not trying to follow me. Can you get us the Hebrew word for firmament, please?
Look,
and tell us what it is. Tell us the
simply by-
definition and everything.
It
simply
just, dude,
by
all it is
the
that
word.
it doesn't teach a flat earth. It teaches a sphere, man. His people have known that for thousands of years, and they never taught that. That was my whole point.
Well, my Bible says in Job 37:18.
I know how you're reading it, but what I'm saying is
I'll be
the
right
actual
back.
people that wrote it, the people that went around and claimed
So
the
can
Old
you give
Testament
me the
as their
word
own,
for?
never
Can you give me the word
taught.
for glass, David, in
I'm
your
back.
Hebrew? Can you get the word for glass out of Job 37:18 in your Hebrew, please? Tell us what that word.
Did David hear Sepp say that the ancient Jews never believed we lived on a flat Earth?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, David?
Yeah, he said that they never taught that.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't that mean anything to you, Melvin? His people, all these years who wrote these scriptures that you're quoting, they never, ever, ever thought that the world that they meant the world was flat. These people knew what these verses meant. They knew what they were talking about. They knew who they were writing to. They knew when they were writing them. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means a lot because I read it. I read the whole thing. I know what it means.
Oh, man.
And people in the chat are telling you what it means as well.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, of course. Of course, there's going to be
because they read it, Nick. They don't bash it. They
because-
read it and probably did the research themselves as well.
Dude,
And that's
the Greeks wrote.
Lucas D is
Flat
also he's obviously a flat earther, so obviously flat earthers are going to agree with you, dude.
Okay, Nick. Can you from the Bible pull every description from Genesis 1 and get an image for us of what it would describe?
No, look, Melvin. My whole point in even bringing that up is because David was here. I didn't have him on earlier, and thank you, David, for answering my question. But I was just saying, did his people long ago believe that and teach that? And he said no, they did not teach the flat Earth theory.
So, David, were you back in those days to even know if they were?
Dude, we have their writings. What are you talking about? Like,
okay, so the firmament has look. The Bible says it's a firmament up there, dude. When you look at the definition of the firmament is, it says the base is flat. What's the base for the sky? What's the definition of the horizon? Okay, we have these clear understandings, but you try and make me look like a fool because I look.
No, I'm not trying to make you look like a fool. What I'm saying is his people never taught that. You're the one.
I got $500 for anybody that could debunk my evidence.
I got a better idea. Why don't you collect the $7.3 million and make the flat Earth?
Yeah, go ahead, Melvin.
Oh, debunk my evidence. Everybody loves debunking our evidence. Debunk it.
Are you serious? No, Melvin. Dude, if this isn't a joke, Melvin, then I'll find someone for you.
There's no way he would accept any proof, bro. He's not going to pay the $500.
Nah, we'll do it on the legal standing that you can't be disproven. You got to put it in writing, man.
No, I said I want you to debunk my evidence.
Okay, well, first
my research, my study.
First, you have
on my channel.
First, you have to classify what is debunkable. What are you
going to write all that out? Debunk everything I'm presenting.
What are you going to accept as evidence, though, to be debunked? You have to clarify that before we do this little bet. You know what I mean? Just debunk it. That doesn't make sense because you're not going to accept any evidence. You've never accepted.
I will. If you can, yes, I will. I'm an honest man, Nick.
Dude,
I will pay anybody that could debunk my evidence on my video.
You had a 2-hour debate on my channel with Red's Rhetoric and Steve McRae, and they slammed 2 hours of mathematical and scientific evidence down your throat, bro. They had
not one scripture. They didn't create it.
Exactly. So there's my whole point. What are you going to accept?
Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 says what?
It says Melvin was wrong, and the people that are the Jews never believed that the earth was flat. That's what it says.
All right. Tell me what the definition of a horizon then.
You don't know the definition of a horizon?
Yeah, you don't know what that means.
I know the definition. I'm asking what it is to you.
Why do you ask?
Because when I read it, it says.
You mean like, how do I feel about it?
It's a line, the horizon line. Just like when you look at eye level, water levels out, right?
How big do you think the Earth is?
So how does it bend around the wall? It levels out. Just tell me that.
how big do you
When
think
water comes flowing down the, okay, tell me this. How
you honest,
a
you honestly
waterfall
think
underneath the ball earth. Can you
like this?
explain waterfalls underneath the ball earth?
How do waterfalls
It's
exist?
called
Explain it
rain.
to me.
Explain a waterfall underneath the ball earth, please.
It's
What are you
called rain.
talking about?
Freemasons.
serious right now?
Oh, dude. The
Oh
Freemasons.
my God, Melvin,
It's
you're
called-
crazy, bro.
No, you guys are crazy for believing this lie. That's what it
He
is.
said, explain to me a waterfall on a sphere Earth. Doesn't make sense.
No, I said explain to me a waterfall underneath the ball earth. If
Bro,
there was a
there's
waterfall,
underneath,
is
What
the
are you
water going up or is it going down?
oh man,
Water
dude, you got me there,
fall.
man.
Yeah.
Let's
The
all
water
just our life
fall.
choices. Let's
Hey,
all
Melvin.
just
You get
be
it?
flat earthers.
Waterfall.
Explain to us,
Waterfall.
explain to us why the
You
constellation.
understand the definition of words, right?
Explain to us
You
why.
live near you live in the same state as me, man. You know there's
Hey,
mountains,
Can
right?
you get the Hebrew word for
Elevation.
blast out of Job
What are
37:18,
you
please?
talking about?
Hey, Melvin, can you explain why all the constellations are flipped upside down in the southern hemisphere? Can you explain why you can't see the northern
Why
star?
they never change if we're spinning and flying through space?
They actually do. We have proof that they have changed over the years.
Okay, then why do I always see the same Big Dipper in the same
Dude, how
spot
long have
every
you
night?
been alive?
Yeah,
What are you
you've only
talking
been alive for like 30 years, dude. It's called relativity.
Oh,
the same reason why
it
when
takes millions of years to see new constellations, but it
No,
takes
bro.
only 1 year to move around the sun.
reason why when you're in a train, if you throw
I
a
don't
ball
get
through
it.
the air, it doesn't fly to the back of the train. Just
Melvin.
because you don't,
You
just
should look
because
at
you
the
don't,
model with the sun
Melvin.
tracking the Earth and all the
Melvin.
planets.
Melvin,
just because
let
you
me
don't
tell you something.
understand something.
Hold on. David's trying to tell you something,
Let
Melvin.
me tell you something.
Oh, this is
Do you
great.
know in South America, when you flush a toilet, the toilet water goes
Oh, it
in
spins the wrong
opposite
way.
direction.
I know, David. I know.
Now,
That can be proven. It's called magnetic energy.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
why.
But that's by the poles. Right.
See, and then they laugh, because it's the truth.
You're right.
David, is
It's
that
magnetic
wait,
energy.
and he says I'm right, and you're laughing. Look at that.
I'm laughing
it
because
has-
it's funny, man. How like just everything you're saying, man. It really is funny to me.
It is. I'm not trying to diss you out or anything, but it's like
Oh, I'm speaking truth here, and you
You're
guys
not.
are just laughing at me.
speaking silliness.
David, was I lying when I said that the reason why is because of the what I just said, or was that just me making something up?
You talking about with the toilet going in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
No, it's the magnetic pole. Magnetic pole, yes.
Magnetic energy. Thank you.
Right.
That's
And
why.
further
It doesn't have nothing to do with it being on the ball.
Okay,
Oh,
Melvin, do you not know
yes, it does.
why there is even a magnetic force at all? How can you
Yep.
explain that on a flat
You know
Earth?
how the magnetic field
Well,
is
tell me how the
generated?
stars are moving in the sky.
Because the Earth spins 24
Oh,
hours.
because they
It
spin.
says God set them on their
Altered
course.
heaven.
You're trying to
Yeah,
what
on
are you
the
saying?
firmament.
This is being
On
proven.
No,
Are
it
you,
doesn't say on
you
the
actually
firmament.
With the okay,
Doesn't
why
say
don't we
all
see
that.
them wobbling and zigzagging? Yes, it does. Why
Because
don't
it
we
says
see
they
the
never
no?
move
Because
their course.
no. According to you, Sep, that the Earth wobbles. So why don't the constellations and stuff wobble on, like, say, star trails?
Relative to where you are on Earth, yes, they do.
just because you don't
Star
understand
trails. Look at
something
it.
doesn't mean that it
Look at
doesn't.
star trails and show me where they're zigzagging due
Dude,
to the
just go
wobble of the
outside
Earth.
one day for a year
They're not
and
going
take
to
pictures at the
zigzag.
same
They're all
spot
in,
of the sky.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
Melvin. You do that
All
for
right,
1
David.
year.
Yeah.
And you'll
How
see.
do you? Why do you think we have seasons, Melvin?
Because the Most High created the sun and the moon for the signs, seasons, days, and years. It says that in Genesis. It
No,
No,
tells
we're
you.
not talking about seasons like that. He
Well, like
means
how they
hot and
revel.
cold, Melvin.
Let me
Hot
ask
and
you this
cold.
question. Let me answer this question. I'm serious. When I was in Alaska, okay, at midnight, the sun was up. At midnight. This was at the end of May, beginning of June. The sun was up. You could play golf, no problem. I was married in Scotland in May. Okay, the sun set at about 11 o'clock, came up again at about 2 a.m. Take a look at where it is on a globe, and then maybe you'll be able to figure out, and it'll make sense to you where they are on the globe and why your light and dark is going to be that much different.
See, I didn't bring up flat Earth this time. Sep did. He asked David
Yeah,
a question about it. So I didn't bring it up. So I'm just answering the chat. They acting like I did it.
No,
So,
it was me,
again,
people.
see, this is ridiculous. You see how I'm being treated?
Oh,
Look,
sorry.
Man,
Yeah,
Mal,
poor
I'm so
Melvin.
sorry for you, man.
We treat you
You
so
know
bad.
what?
I'm sorry we don't agree. I'm sorry we don't agree with every single thing that you say, bro. But it's just, I don't know. Sorry.
What's the matter, Melvin? What's the matter? Seems these guys don't seem to like us Jewish people. What's the story?
I don't know, David. You tell me. I don't know nothing.
You want to be right.
No, I don't want to be right, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
do.
tell you. The thing is, if I do some research, dude, don't slap down my work. Don't slap it down.
Dude,
No,
what have you
any proof that you present should stand up to
when
scrutiny.
I bring evidence to the table, just like I tried to show you guys how this tech is going to make people live forever and it ties in with scripture, that got slapped down. You go back in the video and look.
Wow, you said that was your proof it was happening right now. That's what
I'm
you're
telling
arguing.
you it is. I can't mention it.
Melvin,
Nick,
look, you're taking it to a different place because we didn't say that, man.
No.
What we said was you can't prove
that
that's happening right now.
Yeah,
I
That's
could,
what
but I look. Just say I could, but I can't. I put it in the chat in the beginning of this show.
Okay, you could prove all things. You're right about everything. I'm sorry we disagree with you. The Earth is flat. There's no space. There's a solid.
Agree.
There's a solid.
The moon is really a disc.
Yeah, the moon is a disc. Lunar eclipses, it just casts a sphere.
All you gotta do is read.
There's no such thing as ocean tides.
Yeah, there's no. The moon isn't highly locked with the ocean, so there's no tides. The sun is inside of the firmament, so it's just creating like the most hardcore blanket greenhouse effect ever. It's like 45 degrees Celsius everywhere we live.
Every rocket shot into space is blown up.
Look, I'm not the builder. I'm not.
To try and break
and I
through
showed you guys evidence and proof, and then you guys laughed at it.
Constantly fire nuclear bombs.
Show me a rocket that actually goes to space. Can you pull up a video and show me?
Yeah, I could show you
a rocket that actually goes to space.
Actually, I could. Yes, and you would just say CGI. That's CGI. That's fake. You want me to pull up a rocket?
Look at the way their hands are shaking.
Let's pull a rocket up into space right now.
Show me a real rocket. A real rocket going to space.
Okay.
Let's see it.
How do you know it's real?
Has a rocket attached to it.
Don't worry. You'll see what's real and what's not if you use your eyes.
I mean, you can't even believe that because I mean, I've seen some stuff.
No, you can't believe anything. You can't believe anything.
Can't believe nothing.
After this, we're going to do the CGI test, Melvin, and you can tell us which photos you think are real and which photos are CGI. And afterwards,
you have one of those?
Yeah, and afterwards we'll find out your score, okay? So here's the video. You're going to tell us this is all fake, and you're going to tell us why you're an expert in CGI, right?
I ain't say I was an expert in CGI, but
well,
if I see
can you
something,
tell if it's fake or not?
You're not letting me answer. If I see something real, like a rocket being launched,
here we go.
See,
live astronauts getting launched into space. This is what you asked for: a video of rockets going into space. I give you one better: astronauts going into space.
Man, that suit doesn't even look real.
No, that rocket's fake. That's CGI.
Look at him mocking. Look.
How do I turn this up? I need some sound for this baby.
I want to see this rocket go to space. I want to see it.
We're gonna turn off this.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff as a stopping line. Go NASA. Go SpaceX. Godspeed, Spot and Dog.
America has launched. So rises a new era of American space flight.
By the way, there's people that actually film this themselves personally with the P1000, the P900s, the whole thing from start to finish. So.
The emotions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Man, imagine being on that thing.
Oh yeah, I know the G-forces.
That's so crazy, dude.
Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon.
Until you blow up.
Look how fast it's going, dude. Look at the speed.
And 1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of.
Pay attention to that altitude number.
Yeah.
We're in the throttle bucket.
They're almost at 1,000 kilometers an hour. They're
Folks say all systems are go. Vehicle is supersonic.
Supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
I'm pretty sure they go at like 3,000 kilometers an hour.
And 1D throttle up.
The thing's ripping
We're
so
throttling
fast.
back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy 1 Bravo.
We heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll
Here
continue to
come
be
that
out
curve. Look at that. Look at that arcage. They ain't going to space. They ain't even in space. Altitude at 22. Altitude 20. Wait. Keep playing it. Altitude.
Because you can't stop talking. Do you know what an orbit is? Do you know why they roll? Do you know why
I didn't see it go to space.
To 20
I didn't see that rocket go to space.
Bro,
I didn't see it go to space.
Man,
I didn't see it go to space.
You're actually dishonest, dude. You won't believe anything.
I didn't see it go to space. Did anybody in the chat see this rocket go to space?
Pause the video.
3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
Look at that. And they cut the clip.
Well, I can find more of them if you want me to.
Please do.
I speak for all of us here at SpaceX when I say, Hunter, how does that make you feel?
Already trained. You know how to do this. You've done it many, many times. And so I think it's that lightheartedness is good. But, you know, right when you get in the vehicle, the 3, 2, 1 liftoff, that's when you're ready to go.
And they're the visitors making their way out of the room and
Oh, by all purposes, you know, there's a fair use law or bill out here from 1976 that we can use certain clips for educational, parody, criticism, and etc. Just want to let that be known.
That's why I have the volume on. This is public domain.
No, you could use clips under the Fair Use Act. It's ways around.
You with a copyright first, and then you have to fight it, and it takes weeks and weeks to fight it. And by that time, you lose everything. So
not if you state that copyright claim before. That's why I did that.
It is actually. It's happened to me many times, and I've won them. I've won the fair use laws, but it takes like 4 weeks for the case to go through litigation and everything, and it's not even worth it. This is STS-129. This is when they were still using the space shuttle.
Confirmation, we have 3 main engines ready for ignition.
So they do all this is just fake. They just blow people up like 40, 30 kilometers, you say, and then they curve back down into the sea. Is that your claim?
1 minute.
No, I said I want to see these rockets go to space. That's what I want. That's all I want.
You seen the last one go in there, but that wasn't good enough for you.
No, it didn't. It didn't go nowhere. They cut the clip. We didn't see it go to space.
Hydrogen fill and drink. Shuttle in flight.
Look at this.
Supply.
Let's see if it's going to go to space.
International Space Station. Houston now controlling. Atlantis begins its penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station.
You do know cameras can only zoom so far, right, Melvin?
Atlantis now in the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans remaining on the international outpost.
What's up? Into orbit because it has a camera attached to it. So you probably
dude, that's CGI right there, bro.
No, they do got a camera, and it's one of those wide angle camera lenses. Thank you.
So it doesn't count.
Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude.
NASA already admits to using it.
It's a fisheye lens. That means it doesn't count. It means they're not going into space.
What do you want me to do?
Already traveling 500 miles an hour. The 3 liquid fuel main engines now traveling to 72% of rated performance, going into the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle.
It's going into space, dude.
It
Why
is.
don't you
Would you take a phone call?
Keep playing it. 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 Keep
talking
playing
over
it.
me? Talking over me.
All right.
Do a little education. Understand what an orbit is. Educate yourself on what an orbit is. Why would a rocket shoot straight up and then curve at like a 90-degree angle to line up with the ISS? It's lining up with the ISS. It's using the gravity of Earth. It's lining up with the orbit. So
COVID throws the wrench into everything.
really not funny when you actually understand it. Just because you don't
COVID
understand
is
it,
throwing a wrench into everything.
because you don't understand it,
He
Melvin,
doesn't want any
like
gas.
some big
Can we
joke.
Nothing you can do about it.
Sound
Like,
barrier.
really.
Yeah, it's a control thing.
55 seconds into the flight, all systems operating normally, 900 miles an hour. The speed of Atlantis right now, 6 miles in altitude, 9 miles downrange.
Atlantis, go with throttle up.
And just please tell her I want to
All
talk to her.
is by Commander Charlie Hobaugh, joined on the flight deck by pilot Butch Wilmore, flight engineer Randy Bresnick, and Leland
And
Melvin.
is she going to be at
Down
the
in
long
the
Leland
Mike
Melvin,
Thornton
there's
and
someone
Bobby
named Melvin
Satcher,
on there.
kicking off their work week with a Monday commute to orbit.
Because they're moving her off of the heparin onto
1 minute, 30 seconds into the flight, Atlantis 13 miles in altitude, 15 miles downrange,
Yeah.
traveling 2,000 miles an hour.
Hey, David, I'm going to mute you while you're talking on the phone and eating. Okay, cool.
3 good auxiliary power units, 3 good fuel cells, 3 good main engines. One minute, 50 seconds into the flight, 10 seconds away from solid rocket booster separation.
Separation. This is what they find in the ocean and say, oh, they'll curve into the ocean. It's because they separate the empty tanks.
Booster officer confirms staging a good solid rocket booster separation. Guidance now converging. Atlantis steering into the center lane of Highway 129 en route to the International Space Station.
See how it's lining up
2
with
minutes,
the
20
orbit to get to
seconds into the flight,
the ISS?
34 miles in altitude, 48 miles downrange. Atlantis traveling
34
3,000
miles in altitude. I guess the ISS is pretty close.
The ISS is 400 kilometers away. It has to line up with it and get into the right orbit. It's not just going to shoot straight up and then like turn and like try and find the ISS. Does that make more sense?
Propulsion officer of mission control reports that the orbital maneuvering system engines have ignited. Atlantis kicking on the afterburners. Atlantis flying on the singular power of its 3 liquid fuel main engines, draining about a half a ton of fuel per second from the large fuel tank.
Half a ton per
Coming up on the
second.
3-minute mark into the flight, Atlantis 46 miles in altitude, 81 miles downrange, traveling almost 4,000 miles an hour.
4,000 miles per hour.
Atlantis
That's
speeding
insane.
straight as an arrow toward its date with the International Space Station
Can I
Wednesday
just
morning.
say, like, in Earth's atmosphere, you could not travel 4,000 miles per hour without burning up?
No,
So
you could.
So that
No, you could.
you could?
Yeah, because you believe them.
Really? Is that
3
what
and
I
a half
just said?
minutes into the flight, all of Atlantis' systems functioning by the book. 55 miles in altitude, 120 miles downrange, traveling almost 5,000 miles an hour.
As you get higher and higher, the air thins out. That's why you can travel that fast. If he was down lower in the atmosphere, the thing would be engulfed in a ball of flames, dude.
I mean, that's how rain, got to think about it.
Atlantis, negative return.
Did Melvin leave?
I don't know.
Atlantis now too far downrange, too high in altitude to return to the launch site in the event of an engine
Yeah, I
failure.
guess he did.
All 3 engines performing perfectly.
The reality just blew his mind and he had to leave, I guess.
Or he's raging.
4 minutes
crazy.
and 20 seconds into the flight. Atlantis now 62 miles
No,
an
he
hour.
probably just-
fooling everyone with this CGI.
He probably just got dropped. Yeah, there he is.
Performing
That's like,
Yeah, man.
on course.
I
on
pressed the
track.
wrong button. I was trying to mute my mic.
Oh.
The
But
environmental
yeah.
Services Officer reports
Remember,
good
they just
flight.
said they're only 34 kilometers up.
Atlantis providing cooling for
Not
the
anymore.
34 miles.
Not anymore. They're probably like
How
50.
far up did they go now?
They're probably
Well,
about
run,
50.
just wait.
They're probably about 50 by now.
Oh, 50. Okay.
Probably. They're getting up there.
50 miles up.
No
50 miles
kilometers.
up.
No miles, they
50
said.
miles up. 50
50
miles up. Yeah.
The ISS
Do the math. Do the math to what they're
Why?
telling you now.
telling what they're trying to talk. The ISS is at about 400 kilometers up. So they're probably at like 50
And they're
miles.
only
150.
50 miles above the earth.
So 50 miles is how many kilometers? Like 80? So what do you
Last time
expect?
I checked, it was supposed to be like 1,000 miles away, floating in space.
It's not 1,000 miles away. I said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just under 400 kilometers away. Go check it out.
Oh, so it's only 400 miles away from the Earth to the ISS.
It's less than 400. It's 400. It's 400 kilometers. So it's
So that would mean they're in low Earth orbit. They're not even in space.
So it's probably like 350 miles or 330 miles high. The ISS.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just checking those numbers.
Okay. Well, do you not believe me or something? Do you want me to bring it up right now?
No, I didn't say I don't believe you. I don't believe them, Nick.
Is there a reason why you don't believe them?
Yeah. All you gotta do, look, like I said, look, wait. All you gotta do is go and debunk my evidence.
What about
but you have to clarify what it means to.
Can I just say something without Melvin yelling over me? Can I just get this sentence out? How come when Red came on my channel and showed you exactly how with two people, they were standing like 20 miles apart in the same city, they used geometry and trigonometry, and they were both standing at 30 miles apart in the city, different locations, and with their telescopes and cameras and geometry and trigonometry, they were able to calculate the size, speed, and height of the ISS. And he said, if you run this math and prove me wrong, I'll give you $8,000 or something. Like that was pretty solid proof, dude, that there's an object up there and how high it is. Like,
can he tell us how high it is?
Yeah, he just did. Do you want me to bring it out and show you the video?
Because I want it out of his own mouth.
Melvin, you should be out collecting all of these, like, people.
I'll bring it up and I'll show you the video, but please don't yell fisheye, because every time I pull up the video, that's all you do is start screaming fisheye lens, and you can't even hear him talk. So let me bring up the video with him actually explaining how he calculated all this. I gotta find it because it was in the debate that you did with him. Let's see here. Where was that debate? It was like a 2-hour flat Earth debate that you had. It's actually pretty amazing. Yeah, and anybody can go out and do this for themselves. If you know a little bit of trig and geometry and you have a decent camera, you can go out and calculate the size, height, and speed of the ISS all for yourself. You can get the app called ISS Transit Finder, and it will tell you based on your location on the globe exactly down to the millisecond when the ISS is going to transit the moon for you. And that's what they did. They used that app to find out exactly when it was going to transit the moon, and then they used their equipment and they used geometry and trig, and they calculated it. I'll show you the video. Anyone can reproduce this. He even offered anyone $8,000 to reproduce it and prove them wrong. So many pages of like all this crazy stuff. BHI debates, Battle Royale, Singless Perfection. Here it is, Flat Earth debate, Red's rhetoric. This one was 3 hours and 11-minute debate. Okay, now let me get to the part. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome to the show.
This isn't the one with.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of echo back there.
No, it's not. Hold on. That must have been another one. Flat Earth Epic.
Nick, can I ask you one question?
Here it is, right here. I found it.
Representation of the Earth. Notice how it looks like a retarded potato. The Earth is not
okay, I'm Steve.
I was wrong, dude. It was a 5-hour debate. Wow, that's crazy. What's that, David?
Okay, welcome to the show.
At the edge of the Earth, are any flat earthers have some pictures of that and stuff?
No.
Got video.
There's no pictures
There's
or videos
a video?
of the Earth.
4 minutes and 50 seconds. This is
First off, it's not even the edge. You guys got it all twisted. You don't even understand how God created the Earth.
Melvin, do you remember this?
What's the edge?
Melvin, do you remember when you took Red's footage and you didn't know it was Red's footage and you said it was proof that rockets were going into water because it was like looking like wavy? You remember that? He's like, this is my footage. This is proof that there's no
No, that wasn't his footage. That was him debunking someone else's footage.
his foot.
Scene here is a rocket being fired through the night sky, and notice it's not going straight up. It's making an arc in the sky. It got rejected from going to so-called space.
4 minutes and 50 seconds. This is my footage. This isn't NASA's. This isn't someone else's. This is my footage. So if we zoom in, which is what we're doing right here, you can actually see the rippling. Pause it right here. All right, that rippling is gases expanding into the vacuum of space. Now, what's going to happen next is a thing called MECO, which stands for main engine cutoff. During main engine cutoff, the first stage is going to shut down. The gases which are already expanding are going to continue to expand from the engine that's shut down, and then there's going to be nothing there because the engines are shut down. Then what happens is called staging. That's when the first stage detaches from the second stage, and you will actually see the second stage kick on to continue the work. Please play the video. We'll see this happening. Oh yeah, it's also filmed in 4K resolution for your enjoyment. So here you will see MECO.
Anyway, long story short,
There's MECO.
that is not rippling water. That is gases expanding when it hits the void of space.
So God didn't put water above the firmament. Okay, man is right. God's a liar.
Okay,
what you see what you say, Melvin? You say things like that as if like you're the only one that could be right, because I read it and this is
I didn't say it. I didn't create it. I didn't write it.
No.
What
I'm saying is no, because I've read it.
So tell me what comes first, the water or the earth?
I've read it too. I've read it too.
What came first, the sun or the earth? What came first, the sun or the earth?
Okay,
can you explain to me what came first?
Melvin, I've read it too. And I don't believe like you believe. So how does that make
what came? I'm just asking, what came first? Because according to NASA and the scientists, the sun was here before the earth.
No, that's just cosmic evolution. We're not saying anything about that. Okay, you can't disprove that with that argument.
Because the Bible says that the sun came after the earth.
Bro, it's like you're not
the
even
earth was
listening to what I'm
created
saying.
first.
What happens if everything is in equilibrium? Oh, well, what do you know? If everything is in equilibrium with this, presto, level flight is achieved and the plane goes around the earth. It's amazing what happens. It's almost like engineers at Boeing thought of this.
Now, and by the way, there's in a flight simulator programs, there are little, that's not perfect if you fly an actual plane, but it gets the point across. You have to do your trim and no theory has ever been proven.
Ever. International Space Station was transiting the moon.
All it is rhetoric. Rhetoric.
A kilometer away, doing the exact same thing. And what do we get?
You have to do your trim, and no theory has ever been proven.
Measurements on the International Space Station was transiting the moon. I had another guy about a kilometer away doing the exact same thing, and he captured it as well. After looking at this observation, we were able to do some mathematics using a thing called parallax.
What's the channel name of this, Nick?
After we figured out
rhetoric.
So let me show you this right here. These are the measurements on the screen, given what we saw. This is our observation.
This guy knows his
no
stuff.
definition of rhetoric. You know what rhetoric means?
Melvin?
The reason he started doing this, Sep, is
what he's doing.
In Cape Canaveral, he films rockets for his passion. But back in like 2005 or 7, when Flat Earth exploded, all the Flat Earthers were like, don't believe me, because they say the same thing in all the Flat Earth videos. They say, don't believe me, guys. Go out and do your own experiments. Check your own research. So Red was like, okay. He went and got the P900, which was the camera, the Flat Earther camera of choice at the time. This was before the P1000 came out. So he got the camera they told him to get. He went down to the beach. He's pretty good at math. He's a plumber. You need like grade 11 or 12 math. He ran all these experiments, did all his math, and he's like, yeah, the Earth is not flat. And ever since then, he's been debating Flat Earthers.
This isn't from any science book. This isn't from NASA. This isn't from anywhere. This is from me, myself, I, and my buddy.
I posted a video for it. And
what we were able to determine is that the International Space Station was at an altitude of 419.06 kilometers or 260.39 miles. that is impossible to reach with an aircraft. On top of that, if you click on the link to Astronomy Live's video, he actually goes
Remember Astronomy Live, the guy was talking about that films Mars and stuff with the sick camera.
over an even deeper analysis of this exact same observation. And we found that the ISS was traveling at over 7 kilometers per second. That speed is impossible within Earth's atmosphere. So we also measured how big the space station was. And it was about the size of a football field. So NASA was correct about its altitude. NASA was correct about its size. NASA was correct about its speed. And its speed is once again orbital velocity. Satellites have been confirmed.
Notice he said NASA was right. NASA was right. NASA was right.
Because they were. That's my whole point. You can
Dude,
check.
he said out of his own calculations, he lined them up with what NASA gave out in their statements.
Own calculations.
I did the same thing, and I find it very funny.
You went out
the
there
numbers.
and you did this math, bro?
You didn't do this.
No. I didn't do that math. I did the math that you should be doing to find the curve.
Oh, what?
What math is that, Melvin? Tell me.
It's 8 inches per mile squared, and that's it. That's what every flat earther video says.
Like I said, go and debunk my evidence, and I'll give you $500.
You won't, bro. You won't.
Yeah, so we know why planes operate levelly.
I've never seen anyone debunk something so good in my life, to tell you the truth. Like, you got to admit, even if he's wrong, Melvin, you got to admit he's doing a pretty good job at presenting this.
That satellites are indeed.
Yeah, because it's all rhetoric. That's why.
So what?
No, it's actually math, and he even said he'd give you like 8. He says he'd give you $8,000 if you redo this and prove him wrong.
Exactly.
Oh,
Melvin doesn't want that money though, man. He don't want to shoot that guy down.
I did myself.
He even shows you what he used, the telescope he used, where he put it, and everything.
And you could repeat.
Well, I asked Nick to bring up the scripture I put up there.
We're not interested in scripture. We're not, no.
Well, there you go. They're not going to trust the scripture. Don't trust it.
Melvin, you are teaching something not even the Jews taught, bro.
They don't. Their whole point is
Okay. All right.
scripture. Their whole point is
Go debunk my evidence. I'm not the one
What is
teaching
the
Earth as a ball.
definition of what is the definition of a heresy, Nick? Isn't it teaching something that's not aligned with the Word of God?
Yeah,
right.
It is.
Okay,
And I'm not doing that.
bro. I just thought about it right now. Like even the people.
Okay, so now you're saying I'm being blasphemous. All right.
No, not blasphemous in the sense that this is not going to get you saved. But I'm saying it goes against scriptures.
What does the
Well, tell me what the firmament is.
What does the ISS
told you
do
what it is.
with the Earth?
It goes against common
No,
sense.
listen, I want to
and
answer the
that's
chat
biggest
here, you
thing.
guys. The
Well,
whole,
David, pull up the word rakia for me.
the whole point.
Let me ask you a question, man.
I'm answering the chat. Hold on. The whole point with the ISS is, what does it have to do with the shape of the Earth? If you were watching, they just calculated the height, speed, and altitude of it, and it's in orbit. It's orbiting around the Earth. So that kind of proves that the Earth is round if something's orbiting around it, right? And nothing could go that fast in Earth's atmosphere. 7 miles per second, it'd be burnt up to a crisp. So the ISS proves that there's a void space without oxygen, and it proves that it's orbiting something like a planet. So sorry, guys, I just wanted to answer the chat. Yeah, go ahead.
So did they get through the firmament?
Okay, here's the question.
Tell me, how did they get through the firmament?
The firmament is the atmosphere.
No, it's
What do
not.
you know about Islam?
God didn't say that.
What
You
do you
didn't
know
say
about-
that. What are you talking about, Melvin? That's oh my God.
I said
Melvin.
God didn't say that.
Melvin,
Okay.
what do you
What,
know?
said-
what, David?
God didn't say
What do you know
90% of
about-
what comes out of your
what-
mouth.
Oh,
What do you know
okay.
about Islam from about the year 800 to about the year 1050?
I don't know nothing about Islam, bro. I ain't studied none of that.
Let me tell you something very interesting about them. Islam led the world in scientific breakthroughs, in astronomy, in medicine, in literature. They were way ahead of Christian Europe, and I mean significantly ahead of Christian Europe. I mean, algorithms is an Arab word. If you take a look at a lot of the symbols in the element charts, a lot of those are all Arabic. In 1050, and I forget the guy's name, I think it was like 1050 or 1055, he started using a very literal interpretation of his scripture that had the end result of shutting down all math advances, all science advances, all medical advances, and they literally have not recovered for 1,000 years. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, I'm not saying, committing heresy, not committing heresy, whatever, but if you see something in front of your eyes that this is the way that this stuff works, and you're just going to keep your eyes closed because your interpretation of whatever scripture you're pulling out of says this, you're playing a very dangerous game. Because like I say, if this guy, it's possible that if this guy never came along, Islam would have been light years ahead of where we are right now, because we were not even close to being, in the same ballpark with what these guys were discovering. But when all of a sudden, when it became evil and wrong to have a various opinion that might not exactly match with an interpretation of what the Quran or the Surah read, everything shut
Why
down.
go to the Quran if you're a Jew and you're supposed to be reading the Bible?
My point is this. I'm not saying which book, whether or not it's the New Testament, the Old Testament, whether or not it's the Quran, whether or not it would be the Zohar or whatever. That's not my point. But the simple fact that one person's opinion was enough where it shut down all advancements of a society, that becomes very dangerous. And when you start talking about this flat earth like this, and because your interpretation,
why is it dangerous that I'm talking about it? Why is that dangerous?
Because if people start, if you're going to get more that are going to start believing this,
no, because you're teaching that God's word teaches a flat earth.
Shut down, scientific advancement, because that scientific advancement is going exactly opposite of what you're talking about.
Not only that, David, but he's teaching people that God's word is teaching that the earth is flat. That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah, all he uses is Old Testament verses, David. That's the thing.
Right, and he uses it in English. He doesn't even use it in the original language.
Yeah, because the only way you're going to find out is if you read the Old Testament. It ain't nowhere in the New. So what am I supposed to refer to?
Then do me a favor.
Nothing.
Then start reading Hebrew. If you're going to
That's because the Bible was never meant to be a geological book. It's not about the shape of the earth. It was never meant.
Genesis chapter 1.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
What about it?
So his words don't matter, huh?
David, could you please explain to
No, his words matter, Melvin, but you're the one that are making it into something else because you've seen it.
Read it and tell me what it says.
Maybe David could explain a little bit, like the type of people that lived back then, the age they lived in, what they understood. They're not going to find in the Bible, oh, God created wormholes, black holes, planets, asteroids, and comets. These people living like 4,000 years ago in the Israeli desert are going to be like, huh? What did that prophet just say? Let's stone him to death. Obviously, they're gonna talk in a language they know. The heavens, that's the sky, that's everything above them. Like, come on, dude.
And I also think they probably would be more interested in what foods they were supposed to eat to keep them healthy and stuff like that. I mean,
that still doesn't explain what the firmament is.
It does explain. My problem is that math is going to become evil. Science is going to become evil. Medicine is.
Well, why in my English dictionary, even in the Hebrew, since you guys keep telling me to study Hebrew, I've been studying it for years. I just ain't perfected it yet.
No, you haven't.
Hey,
yes, I have.
David,
tell me the meaning of wait. Tell me.
Tell me why you haven't.
Again, I just said that. See, look at this. Look at this.
Speaking his native tongue.
I'm telling you.
Like I just said, I'm studying. I haven't perfected it. So
for
again,
years.
listen to my words. Listen to my words.
Yeah, for years.
For years. I didn't say how many years.
You can't have a basic conversation. Ask him what he ate for lunch in Hebrew.
Again.
Look.
Well, that's kind of a good point.
To me how a language, a Semitic language with less than 10,000 words, is going to be easily converted
Well,
language
David,
with over
every time you say that,
140,000. You don't think that there is going to
the
be a
problem
little
is
wiggle
every time you say that, it's like we can't even believe what's written in our Bible.
I got news for you. That's why I think you should go back to the Hebrew.
Oh,
you
well,
really
tell me
want
the
to go
word
there?
for
Fine.
tell me the meaning for rakia then. You know that's Hebrew. Tell me the meaning.
I would have to take a look what it was like in the sentence it was in and what else was being meant by it.
Don't worry,
there's a
I'm
little
a
bit more to
mute.
it than
Don't
that.
worry, I'm gonna mute my mic. I've been muted for a long time. I ain't been talking, and this guy's saying Melvin needs his own show and channel. I do. I got one. Yeah.
Look.
You know, and then when people invite me on to share information, they get slapped down. For
Melvin,
what reason?
because you're saying everything you're saying is right, and there's no way to disprove you. That's the weird.
Let me ask you a question, Melvin. Melvin,
can you please read Genesis chapter 1 for us all? Because it's not my words. I keep telling you that.
Guys, I gotta go. Exactly. I gotta go to the gym before it closes. So it's been almost 2.5 hours here. So thank you everyone for coming.
Ask one question.
You guys can have, yeah, sure. One more question.
Okay. One question. Melvin, if I say that you're going to be going on a bus in LA and you're going on a bus to San Francisco, what do I mean? In Hebrew, what do I mean?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not even on that yet, like focusing on how to look into put sentences together. I'm still trying to figure out the words. So again, you're asking me after about 4 years of studying, like I perfected the language.
Based on the sentence structure.
I said years. I didn't lie, did I?
Based on the sentence structure, you could be riding on that bus with strangers. You could be riding on that bus with like-minded people. You might be riding on that bus with enemies. Okay? You have to know what the sentence structure is. This is what happens when you don't have as many words. You've got to use other variables that have to be taken into account. And this is not what you're doing. Now I also know the world was created in 6 days, right? Show me where the Bible says 6 days to God is 6 24-hour periods. Show me.
So God can't create the heavens and the earth in 6 days?
No, he's asking you where it says that.
Show me 6 24-hour
I told you,
periods.
read Genesis 1.
No, Melvin.
See, again, you asked me where you just asked me, but you don't want to accept it. So how does that work?
The problem that I'm having with you is that I've asked you this multiple times. And what I'm asking you is, what is a day to God? Are you saying that it is 6 24-hour periods? And I'm simply saying, confirm what you're finding out there. Tell me.
Well, what did God tell Adam a day was?
He didn't say it was 24 hours.
Yes, he did when he placed him outside the garden.
The morning and then the evening, and that was one day.
That's one day.
Back in the day, they didn't have 24-hour days, dude. The Jewish people counted their days differently. Everybody knows that.
That was another thing.
So from the evening to the morning is thousands of years? Come on, give me a break.
Back in the day when the Jewish people lived,
that's not the
as soon as the sun went down, the day was over. That was a day back in the
but a day between God and Adam is a little bit different than a day from when God created the earth and when God created the sun.
God exists outside of time.
And that's why I'm telling you. He said,
no, you're using your interpretation.
No, I'm not. I'm using what the Bible said. If you see,
the Bible never said 24 hour.
Okay.
Never said a 24-hour period. Never said a 24-hour period.
So I don't know what the evening and the morning is then. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm illiterate. I don't know. I don't know from when okay, that doesn't matter. He's asking me how long is a day.
No,
you guys aren't letting me answer.
Is saying that in different languages, the sentence structure is important, just like with any other language. Like in Japanese, you could know one word.
Look,
but
listen to what I'm saying.
We'll do this again.
All right, Nick, man.
Thank you so much, you guys. We didn't really get anywhere, I guess, but we can do this again. My gym's gonna close soon, so I gotta go. Maybe join me for tomorrow, I guess. You guys. Seth,
Tomorrow's a Black Hebrew Israelite.
Tomorrow. No, I do that every Saturday. So tomorrow we're talking about sinless perfectionism and Perry, I guess, because I had it on the channel on the
sinless
Let me see.
perfection.
Yeah, I like
how he claims that he has no sin and that it's really an illusion or something.
This is tomorrow.
I think so. Let me see. Yeah, March 3rd at 6:15 p.m.
Oh, that sounds
So
like a
yeah,
good time.
I'll send you a link, David, if you want to come. I'll send both of you guys a link.
Yeah,
I'll send you a link.
I got a lot of fun things with that one. I want
And
to know.
Ray,
I want to know if I could murder somebody.
before I
And
go,
then,
Ray's a good
use
old
the dog.
commenter. You love leaving your comments, don't you? The Mayans didn't go back to 3300 BC. Do you want me to share the screen and find out? I'm pretty sure they were around 2600 BC. And to say that people back then knew about the stars and planets more than most modern people do nowadays, that's kind of a leap in my book. They didn't even have telescopes back then, dude. I'd say there was like astrologers and stuff back then, but to say that they knew more about planets and stars than most modern people do, that's a little bit of a stretch for me. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it's a lot of a stretch.
Like, I'm sure there were a couple
like,
people who knew about like astrology and like the constellations, but all the huge telescopes and stuff we have nowadays, like to say that they knew more than most of us did back then about planets and stars, like I don't think that's accurate, man.
I mean, I don't really know, man. I know that we have very, very advanced, optical lenses and things like that to be able to pinpoint and to see constellations.
So, the Maya are probably the best known of the classic civilizations, originating in the Yucatan around 2600 BC, and they rose to prominence around AD 250. So if you can find anywhere that says they're from 3300 BC, right, like you're arguing, I'd look at it, but from what I see, it's 2600 BC.
Are they talking about the Chichen Itza?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, those Chichen Itza Mayans are wild.
Anyway, guys, thank you for coming.
Nick, everybody like and subscribe.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And I'm not disagreeing with you, Ray. They just because they navigated by the stars doesn't mean that they knew more about stars and planets and stuff than most people do nowadays. It's because they didn't have maps. They didn't have maps and GPS and stuff.
Well, I would say maybe the average person probably knew a little more than we do, but like the people that are studious and actually have it in their field, I don't know.
Yeah, the Mayans also said the world was going to end in 2012.
Yeah, I thought the Mayans thought the world was going to end in 2012. So how are you using the Mayans as proof for anything? They got that wrong. Their calendar just all of a sudden ended in 2012, and it's 2021. So yeah. Anyway.
But
look at Melvin's still in the chat going, God called the light day and the darkness he called night, and evening the morning were the first day.
Again, Melvin's not the point David was making.
I gotta go, dude. We could do this forever.
Right,
My gym's gonna close. Thank you so much. I want you and David to come back. Melvin, you can come back too if you want to talk. You're always good for talking about Perry. So thank you everyone in the chat for coming. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, thank you, Ray, for being here. I know we don't get along all the time, bro, but Ray's travel, you're more than welcome to come and debate and argue with me. That's what we like to do. Thank you, Catherine, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:15 PST, okay? God bless you guys.
All right, man.